Yo, dudes, we are live. Let's go, guys. Rocking it out, riding the lightning today. Metallica shirt on. For Joey Jojo. She might look at this in the morning. I'm not sure. She's away at her course right now, guys. Boom, we're into it, dudes. I think we just got a few minutes till the main event of the day starts. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let me just do a couple things, guys. You know, it's the same rigmarole every day. I've been working on a couple things here. Actually, sorry for the delay getting started, guys. I know it's not a huge deal. I was kind of messing around in the background trying to add some content to the channel here today. And I looked up, and it was 5:58 a.m. And I'm like, whoa, I'm supposed to be live right now. Yeah, I can see here people talking about PFP, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. Yeah, I saw her on Facebook with her ankle surgery that she had. That's from Renee. Yeah, so she rode through that injury, I guess. It must have been, maybe it was some kind of like, I don't know, soft tissue damage, something like that in her ankle. I don't know exactly what it was. But now she'll be off for the rest of the season, which won't be very long. Yes, the nature breaks are very famous. They are famous. I should probably get a holding screen for that. Yeah, I'm going to make a holding screen for that, guys. A nature break, you're going to get to see a little image. I'll do some kind of animation for that. The host is here. Dudes, welcome back to the channel. So, guys, what's going on today? Just going to do one last check here, guys. Make sure everything's streaming good. I do have audio. Yeah, I do have audio. I got to turn down my desktop audio. Sorry, guys. I know what's going on there. Yeah, sorry, guys. You might have heard some music in the background. Maybe, I don't know if you did or not. I'm trying to get a cycling application working in the background to kind of show you what I'm working on these days. Everything's good. I can see myself on camera. You can see the bike. On the bike yesterday, guys. Software I haven't used in a bit, so interesting. I'll be doing some race commentary on that coming up shortly. Yeah, dude, thanks, Bob. Yeah, guys, so it was playing in the background there. And actually, what's crazy is yeah, it's this window capture 3 here. Guys, there's a lot. If you guys use OBS, it's not hard to use. Open broadcasting software, whatever it's called. That's how I do all the streaming. I gotta overlay things. I move things up and down. I gotta make sure the eyeball's on so you can see. That's why half the time I talk, you don't even see what I'm looking at because I forget to do that. I actually have some software running in the background. As long as the music's off right now, I'm going to leave it running because I'm going to try to show it to you. But I think the way I'm trying to capture it and broadcast it's not coming through. And I can see the audio on the whole time, and it's driving me insane. There, I'm going to turn it down. I've muted it as well, so there shouldn't be that audio. It should be just my voice droning in your ear as usual. Dudes, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So currently, guys, European Championship, Continental Championship, the CC, Women's Elite. And do I have that open? Yeah, I do have that open here. So I'm going to come back here right now. And I got a few things to show you here. So yeah, this 2025 European Continental Championships Women's Elite Road Race. Guys, I didn't do the other ones, the juniors and all that stuff. I thought I was doing the mixed relay. Zero coverage of it. Zero coverage of the the mixed relay. I had nothing on video and nothing on even Pro Cycling Stats. So I said, okay, I'm going to work on my other stuff. Good news is I finally went and got all of my my exams, the final exams booked for next week. So that's going to be a 7-hour day in Calgary. I'm doing 4 exams back to back to back to back. That's what I'm doing, guys. Looks like the race is underway here, guys. I did pull this up here quickly. Let me just find this for you here. Okay, I can do that. That's what's showing there. We'll do this here. Why is it doing that? I don't want Training Peaks. Okay, I'm going to have to figure this out, guys. I'm going to have to delete that one. That has to go. And this one here, I cannot capture it. I don't know why. Okay, give me a second, guys. I got to just try to work on this quickly here. I need to open something up here that I'll know which one I'm opening. Sometimes I'm opening up windows. I'm like, which one am I opening? And it's usually a repeat of the old one. It takes a while for, like, no, that doesn't need to be there. And now that it's it kind of gets like a bit of a buffer or memory to it. So I've had an application open called Training Peaks Virtual. It's a software I wrote yesterday. It's a software I'll be doing commentary on here starting November 1. I just found out. Actually, I found out through the week. Haven't told Joey Jojo about that. I'll be doing live broadcasts from Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, in the Baja, guys. November 1, I will be doing live broadcasts. I'm not sure what Renee's saying. Okay, so groovy music. Yeah, dudes, that was the background music to Training Peaks. I don't even know what it sounds like. I ride that stuff without even the audio on. Yeah, this window capture. So I've kind of got to, yeah, let me get back into this, guys. We are underway here, it looks like. Yeah, we're climbing already, guys. I'm trying to open up a map for you guys. That's what I'm trying to do on the other page, and it just will not see the map right now. We are in the Ardèche, south. Yeah, I guess you'd say, yeah, it's southern France, a little bit kind of in the center. Yeah, Flocky, is Giro dell'Emilia on TV? Oh, dude, you are right. I forgot it is. I have that on Flow Bikes, which I don't even have set up yet. So, guys, over here, let me get this one open too. Oh, yeah, before we move on, guys, you guys have already all heard this, I'm sure. Kian Uterbrooks is going to Movistar, shortened his contract up with Team Visma Bike. To me, for him, I don't know if it's the right team, but smart move to get out of Team Visma Bike, only because there's so many other riders there right now. Well, that's hard to say even, isn't it? Like, how long is Jonas going to be around? I think Keon's only 22 years old. Jonas is what, 28? 29 maybe? So, that's a big move there. Canoeing the Ardèche. Yeah, dude, the Ardèche, that's that show I told you guys about. We're going to look at the Giro dell'Emilia here. 108th running of it. 108th running of this baby right here. They are actually, at this point, guys, coming up to the finish line for the first time. So they do a series of these routes. I saw a really cool stat last night. Peloton's all together in this one, guys. Back, I think it was in 2022, it was Eric Mass dropping Poggy on some of the last climbs. So I like seeing stuff like that because it just lets you know Poggy's not invincible. And I remember in the post, too, someone goes, well, that's because he was training for Lombardia. Yeah, sure, dude. That's a week away. He should be on fine form by now. There's always an excuse, it seems, for when people like a certain rider, it always seems they can make up any story they want. Ooh, wow. Guys, I'm getting this online here because take a look at the gradient here. That can't be right. A 23% gradient right there. Well, maybe it is. 22% gradient. Wow, if you have an explosive attack, you could easily drop people here. Easily. Drew was canoeing the Ardèche about 23 years ago under the National Arch. Fun weekend. Yeah, dude, so let me get that set up. I know I penciled this one in because it's one that is on Flow Bikes. So I'm getting the laptop set up now, guys. I got to turn this sideways. And this thing hasn't been on much this weekend, has it? You can tell. It's dead right now. It needs to start up. Okay. Wake up. I find this laptop is very clunky that way. It takes a while to wake up. Sleep mode or something. Come on. Where's the power button? There we go. Got it. We're good, guys. Drink your coffee. Been up super early again. When Joey Jojo is away, she's at that dental course. She's about an hour and a half from here, out in the mountains. Yeah, Renee. Keon, 2 years at Red Bull Bora, 2 years at Visma, and then 2 years over. Now he's going to Movistar. Yeah, he ended both his contracts early so far. Okay, I could turn this off, you guys. Sorry, dudes. I got to get into this here. Flow Bikes, boom, that should go. I haven't been watching any Flow Bikes anywhere else. Yeah, there it is live. Is it live right now? Yeah, it's live right now. Let's get the volume down. Yeah, I have live Giro dell'Emilia right now. 108th running of it. Oh, I know which one this is. When they're taking this climb on, it's got that long, I don't know, kind of brick-colored building, you know, orangey, reddish, brick-colored. there, and that's been shown. There's a few cycling apps I use, and I think that is actually shown in. Oh yeah, aren't we in Bologna? We're in Bologna here, aren't we? Is that right? Yeah, it is, because on Zwift they have a looks like this must be J Vine here. Let me have a look. Let's look at the start list, guys. I'm gonna figure out who this is right now. Yeah, it's got to be J Vine on the front here. So 2025, really good lineup here, guys. For UAE, Isaac Del Toro, Rafa Maica, Ivo Oliveira, Kovi, J Vine, Adam Yates in this one. Yeah, that is that climb. It's a beautiful climb. I don't know what that building is actually. Maybe someone could tell me. There's like a castle church at the top. Must be a church. And there's a huge climb coming up here. Wow. I don't know if it's maybe it's like an aqueduct or something. Maybe it's something like that. Or it's just a covered walkway. Maybe it's just a covered walkway. All brick, and it goes all the way to the very top. That is so cool. Yeah, really good lineups here today, guys. One team, okay, they are here. I was going to say Visma. Kian's actually here today for Team Visma. Warren Barguil, Michael Landa. There's tons of riders here, guys. Do we have, and this is not a World Tour race. They don't all have to be here. 8, 10, 12, 14. We have 15 World Tour teams here. And again, that'll be based on the percentage. This is a Pro Series race. So you can't have the whole field dominated. I did notice here too, I might have said this in the last video, I don't think Burgos BH was here as of a week ago. They got popped in here, I think, because of the elimination of Israel Premier Tech. 336.5, Tom Pidcock. Nicholas Sukowski's back. He just got subbed in here. You can see these updates in the last 20 hours. Like, hey, dude, you're racing tomorrow. Let's go. Uno X Mobility. A couple of teams we haven't seen very often. Team Solution Tech, Vinny Fantini. That's a Pro Series team. We've seen them in 1 or 2 races. VF Group, Bardiani. Haven't seen much of them this year at the races we've been covering anyways. I'll come back here to the actual profile. Yeah, it's this here. So yeah, if you guys can see this, they're climbing up past that. What are we on? Oh, this, yeah, I think this is, it's not Monte Calvo. Yeah, maybe it is. Hard to tell here. Ah, this is it. Must be this. The Sanctuary of Madonna of San Luca is a church. Northernly sited on top of Forested Hill, Monte della Guardia, some 300 meters above the city. Dude, it's a huge climb up. Yeah, it's got to be that one. Yeah, that looks like it to me. J Vine pulling for UAE with Juan Luco Brambilla. Yeah, it is. Sanctuario Madonna di San Luca. That's what we're looking at right now. This looks all like it's in Italian here, I would assume. This is probably an Italian feed. And then all of the commentators throughout the world pick up the feed and add some color to it if they can. So that's the first time through the finish line. We will be going through it 2, 3, 4, actually 5 times. It's a finish uphill. And that's where I saw that video, Emmerich Mas dropping Poggy. That was 3 years ago. So we'll take a look at that in a bit at the finish line. Let's just jump back to the women's road race here. They start out with a climb, the Col du Moulin au Vent, a long flat section. And I do have a map for this, guys. The women and the men use virtually the same course. What's different is for the men tomorrow, they're going to the Côte de Saint-Romain de l'Herps. They're going to climb that 3 times. And then they do more finish line loops too. This Côte de Val d'Enfer, that one there, they're going to climb that. They probably do that like 3 or 4 times, I believe. And they take on the big climb 3 times. So look at that there. And it's kind of back to back too. 7 kilometers at 7.2%. Basically, it's 21 kilometers at 7.2% because they do it 3 times in a row. Yeah, dude, Renee, thank you. That's right. Mads Pedersen, I just saw that yesterday as well. Somewhere on one of the things I've subscribed to, that Mads is out for the season. He says the season's over. He's sick again. He might be burnt out too, right? Oh, wow. Guys, the landscape here in northern Italy right now is just absolutely freaking incredible. Holy crap, this is nice. They ride along a lot of these ridges, so you get like beautiful camera shots. You know when the helicopter does the hover and they do the spin around and it looks like the whole world's spilling around the riders? That's so cool. Absolutely love it. Guys, this race is absolutely flying. This one here, 35.8 kilometers to go. That's exactly what I'm seeing on screen here. So the feed seems to be not delayed at all today. Wow, fantastic. They must have had the World Championships here a few years back. I can't remember now. This just seems really familiar to me. Really familiar. If anyone knows, did they have the World Championships here? Because this looks so familiar to me. Glad everyone's here, guys. Like the channel if you can. Slap a like, subscribe, consider becoming a member. I'm actually doing a little boot camp later this week with YouTube. I got invited to it. I guess when your channel hits a certain point, you get invited to YouTube community content creators. I guess they think, I don't know what it's based on. I don't know if it's based on your views, your subscribers, how good looking you are. That's probably why they got me, right? Just kidding. And so I'm doing that Thursday. It's trying to help your channel grow so that you can actually keep doing it. Oh, Renee's asking if Squeban has started today, you guys. Let's take a look at the road race. French? Yeah, she's French. She's not showing up in the start list, dude. The French have a really strong team here. Music, Labous, Carabal, Bunel, Netherlands, an incredibly strong team. Yeah, these are really strong teams, you guys. Really strong teams. Smaller teams too. Urska's racing again. See what happens with her today. A lot more climbing this one. She'll probably do a lot better at this than at the World Championships. Let's just have a look. It's only that one little climb at the end. Yeah, that's for a more powerful rider, I think. She needs a longer climb. So I'm going to stick with Giro dell'Emilia for now. Jay Vine setting the pace on the front for UAE here. And that looks like Red Bull Abora Hansgrohe sitting on their wheels. Vismalika by like lurking on the far side. Let's have a peek at this. EF, Nielsen Paulus is here. Archie Ryan, Richard Carapaz. Dudes, there's a bunch of races in the next 4 or 5 days. All the riders that aren't at the Euro Championships that they're doing. And you're basically going to see the same riders every day. I'll do this here. So if we go to home again, and we go to the calendar. So today it's Emilia. Sorry guys, my screen's doing the funky chicken on me there. So we are on October 4th today. Attack here by EF rider. I'll figure out who that is in a second. So today it's Giro dell'Emilia. It's a 1 Pro Series race. Tomorrow it's the Coppa Agostini. It's a 1.1 race, but if you look at the start list, it's a lot of the same riders. Like here again, Adam Yates is racing, Jay Fines, Covey, Micah Oliveira. I think it's the exact same team. It is the exact same team tomorrow. So they do this series of races here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to prove it to you guys. When it comes to home again, we'll go to Giro dell'Emilia here, and I'll pull up their start list. So this is the dell'Emilia start list right here, guys. Toro, Mike Oliveira, Covey, Vergard, Stake, Langen, Jay Vine, Adam Yates. 7 riders. We'll go back to Coppa Agostini. It's the exact same lineup. Exact same. So these guys are all traveling around doing a bunch of the same races, which I think is super cool. I'll come back to women's road race here. And they are over the top of the first climb, guys. Peloton's all sticking together. No breaks early. Yeah, 1 EF rider here over at the Giro dell'Emilia, sorry. And let me get back into. I know I'm not paying enough attention to the chat, guys. Let's just watch this for a bit here. Under the detail profile box. Oh, we're probably talking about the map, eh, Drew? Detail profile back. There's a link. Yeah, that's the view. That's the key points. Yeah, dudes, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna bring that up. Here, let's just sit with the race for now. I'm going to work on that quickly here. See if I can just show you a quick map. And that's for the World Championships race is what I'm thinking about here. See, I haven't closed it. Okay, so I've went and shut down Training Peak, so it's gone. Maybe now it's going to find it, what I'm looking for. Yeah, it's kind of remembering it. It's not seeing my second window I've got opened. The one where I usually do my Google Maps stuff. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to flip around a little bit. Sometimes I feel like you just got to change the page a bit. So I'm going to go to Google Maps here and then see if this page will show up with Google Maps. Yeah, it won't. Very strange. I don't get it. But I get this a lot. Boom. Okay, that's going to have to refresh. Oh, there we go. I got it. Finally. So if I turn that on, there you go. Back to Google Maps. So yeah, like sometimes OBS just doesn't see what I'm trying to do. I think Training Peaks Virtual, the cycling software I was going to show you, kind of overrode it and it's like, I can't see it right now. There must be an order in which it picks what it wants to see first. And Training Peaks is a .exe, not just a window internet stuff. So maybe it was thinking, I can't show that to you right now. So I'll come over here. Now guys, this is for the women's road race here. You see we started with a climb at the very beginning. We started in the southwest corner of the map. We work our way up. The course looks identical to what the men use. It's this finish part that the men just do extra climbs up the 7-kilometer climb at 7.2% gradient here. The beginning's all the same from what I remember. We could take a look at that right away. Yeah, let's do that. So that's the women's race. Here will be the men's race. Yeah, here it is. So pretty much the same at the beginning. Then they do the climb 3 times. And there's actually a little second kick after too. And then they enter the same circuit as the women. So we'll get a good look at that today. See how that plays out. And I'll come back into this guy here for Emilia. Actually, just with what I'm seeing here at Emilia, this might be the more exciting race right now. It's Mikhail Oneri. This dude here, EF Education. Been seeing a lot more of him recently. World Championships, Montreal, Quebec, Britannia. We followed all these races, guys. All of them. Yeah, we followed all those races. At least talked about them, or I watched all of these races right here. So he's on a bit of an attack right now. Yeah, this is fantastic here. Love it. Going up the climb again here. They leave town and they just start climbing. And then they've got that little walkway thing beside them all the way. Wow, that would have taken forever to build that. If anyone knows what that's called, let me know. Yeah, it's covered. It's got the arches all the way. And I think there's a walkway all the way through it. Yeah, Renee's also watching the crow race. That's one, guys, I just kind of let slip out of my hands this year. I know it was on when we did the individual time trial for the European Championships. And I was just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know how many people are going to watch that. Good morning, folks. This is Dave here from Toronto. Dave, where you been, bro? Where you been? Had good interactions with my new buddy, Brian. Brian's based out of New York. I think he caught the channel last weekend. Guys, he sent me messages on Instagram, like voice messages. So we just kind of chat back and forth through that. Like, hey man, what'd you think of this? You're just kind of shooting some ideas out. He'll tell me what he thinks about things. He's been following cycling for a long time. I think he rides a lot. I think on Instagram he goes by the name of Brian Carless. So I think he doesn't have a car. Or at least he, doesn't want to have a car. Probably rides bikes everywhere. Dutch already starting to take control of the peloton. Well, let's take a look at that, guys. Yeah, what is the name of this little weird building here? It's up to the sanctuary at the top. 1.5 kilometer climb. Yeah, so this race, this climb right here that I'm seeing, you can ride this on Zwift. You can definitely ride this on Zwift. I know a lot of you don't know all about the inside cycling stuff. Man, I wish I could show you guys some of it. Oh. Am I not live here? No, I should be. I should be okay. Hang on. Yeah, I think I'm good. Window capture. Sometimes I can't see what you guys are seeing. We're going to just bounce around here a bit, guys. Okay, good. We're good there. Oh, I'm a disaster today, guys. Help me out here. Help a bro out. Dutch already okay, so Dave, oh yeah, I've been crazy busy with the post strike. Dude, I know. I've seen so many of my friends post, like, dude, they tell people when they order stuff, do not send it through Canada Post. How often does Canada Post strike? It seems like they strike every year. We've got a teacher strike out in Alberta too. Yeah, just crazy world. Crazy world. I did hear Alberta's announced they're going to build a new pipeline over to northwestern British Columbia. Of course, our lovely mayor, the ex-mayor of Calgary, Nenshi, who now, yeah, don't politics. He now leads the NDP party in Alberta because that's all he could do. He's useless. He was a useless mayor. He's even more useless leader of the NDP out here in Alberta. So I think there was a bunch of jobs shut down in Calgary for, was it Imperial? And so he's like, good job, Calgary. Look what you did. Great job. You're losing all your big companies. At the same time, he hates oil and gas. So, dude, like, what are you talking about? You know, hates oil and gas. But when he was the mayor of Calgary, he rode on its coattails all the way. Love you guys being here, man. Thank you for being here so much. Thanks for chilling out and hanging out with me every day. So, dudes, I hope I'm going to learn something at that YouTube content creators channel. This is a brutal climb, guys. I'm back at Emilia here. I'm going to watch Emilia and let the women's race kind of unfold a little bit. If we look at the women's race, we have 108 kilometers to go. The next really 50 kilometers are pretty much flat. We'll be watching for breakaways there. I don't imagine much is going to happen there. So I'm going to stick with the Giro dell'Emilia. 108 times they've ran this baby. Mirandola to San Luca. San Luca is at the very top there. And if anyone's been to Bologna, what is that structure? Yeah, there's people standing in it. I can see in the archways, there's people standing. So you can walk the stairs all the way top. It's probably like, oh, there's a big graveyard here too. I wonder if that's a military graveyard. Kind of looks like it when you see every marker looking identical. Wow, they ride right through one of the arches. Yeah, Dave, I can imagine you're super busy just riding that bike. There has been a bin man strike, garbage man strike in Birmingham since March this year. Yeah, dudes, you know what? I guess partly because I don't have a real job. I have no time for unions right now. But they just go on strike and they just shut everything down. And I can see their point in some cases. I don't know. Like, dudes, I shouldn't say anything because probably half of you work for unions. You're going to hate me now. Check out the soccer stadium in Bologna built for Mussolini. Ooh, really? Built for Mussolini. Surprised they didn't blow that thing up. Okay. Yeah, man, it's fantastic. Santuario Madonna de San Luca. Wow, you can go to the top and there's even a little spiral around the top where you can get to this little tiny thing up top here. They're not really showing a lot of details here. The main peloton is all still together. UAE controlling the front. 4 riders for UAE there. Red Bull right beside them. Couple of riders for Visma Lisa Bike. So when they get to the top, there's kind of like a little dip and another kick. They're all grabbing their water bottles there. What was it? What was that women's race where it showed one of the riders? Oh, it was the World Championship race where she grabbed her bottle, looked at it. Like she grabbed the bottle and then looked at it and went, like, did one of those. I'm like, what was she looking at? Did it say what was in the bottle and she got the wrong bottle? Like, do they label the top of them? Like, pure water, 150 grams of carbs, whatever. Might be a munitions tower. From Dave here. Dude, it's like the sanctuary up top there, and there's a little tiny lookout up top. Super cool. Then they bomb down the other side, another kick up, and then a long descent in. And yeah, you can ride this route on Zwift. It's usually used for a time trial route. Yeah, dude, here it is again. They're riding along this spine, slightly downhill here. Wow. Bologna, what a place to live. What a place. A lot of the buildings have that orangey, pinky, reddy brick color to them. Dawn's back. Good morning, dudes. Yo, dudes. Guys, Someone said last time, I don't know who it was, commented on my YouTube channel, please stop saying dudes. And I was kind of like, how do I take that? How do I take that on my channel? So I thought about it for a while. And again, when I think about these things for a while, it's a waste of my time because I shouldn't even care. So I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Rhonda, salute all. Hey, Rhonda. Nice to see you again. Yeah, so it was like, please stop saying dudes. And I'm like, dudes, that's what I say. I say dudes. I honestly say it a lot in real life. I try to tone it down. Obviously, if I'm meeting someone brand new, I'm like, okay, do not. I'm telling myself, dude, do not say that. You know what I think I use it for? Sometimes I use it just to like, instead of umming and eyeing, it gives me a second to think, just a tiny bit. And so the user's name, I think, is a female's name. So maybe she didn't want to be called a dude. So you know what I responded back? I said, how about dudettes then? Anyways, if you're brand new to the channel and you've never seen me before, and I haven't been saying this lately, if you've never seen the channel before, dudes just means everyone. It's like me saying guys, but if I say guys, someone will be offended by that. Dudes is just a catch-all. And you know what, dudes? Dudes. I'm not going to stop saying it now. If I didn't like you or didn't want to be friendly with you, I would not call you dudes. I would just be like, whatever. It's meant affectionately. It's, it's to be friendly with you. So please take it like that. Oh, cool. Right here. Dudes got a problem with some dudes. Bologna also has 666 arcades, passage to a church to San Luca. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it's a covered walkway, and the arcades must be each individual arch. They ride up one side of it, and then at one point, the walkway, whatever you want to call it, the road kind of cuts right through it underneath in one of the arches. Really cool. Drew's been to Bologna around 22 years ago, just to grab a train back to Geneva. Dudes, many young women use it. Patricia, this is Matt. Hey, dudes. Yeah, so guys, I probably spent 2 hours of my day thinking about that. And then I was kind of like, well, maybe I should dial back on it. And I'm like, you know what? It's my channel, and this is what I do. And I guess if it bothers them a lot, I guess maybe just the disclaimer, because I am the master of the benefit of the doubt, right? If that was a female, dudes is all good. It's for everyone. Everyone's a dude with me. It'd be like saying folks, or I used to call everyone riders. When I used to do all my inside cycling race videos, I just called everyone riders. And that's how I got away with, not knowing if I was talking to a man or a woman. So, but I like dudes, and that's part of my channel, and it's going to stick that way. This is how I'm doing it, dudes. Ann Van. Thank you, Ann Van. Thanks for being here. Guys or dudes, it's all fine. Yeah, it's just like, it just takes one person, guys. I'm always thinking about like, okay, I can't say that. I don't even like swearing on the channel. Like, I really don't. I like reading the comments, and sometimes someone writes something down that's maybe a slight bit of a swear word that I don't even care if anyone swears. I try to tune that down because I think someone could make a strike against your channel, offensive content, even for language. So I try to keep it chill. Anthony, hi dudes. Dave saying, Guy comes from Guy Fawkes, originally meant straw man. Oh, Guy Fawkes or Hawks? It must be Fox. I don't even know. I'm lost. Anthony, hey dudes. Are those hills in today's women's race categorized? The graphic doesn't specify them. Yeah, I know, man. But why don't we take a look at that, dude? So, first climb of the day. Why don't we play a guessing game? 4 kilometers. I should have had this set up, guys. I should have had this set up for you. Col du Moulin. I'll be doing some stuff on the side, you guys. So when you see me like kind of like just staring off into the horizon, you'll know why. Col du Moulin. I'm going to look it up right here. See if I can find something for you. Here we go. Here we go, dude. Is that about right? Show on map. Dude, I love doing stuff like this too. Absolutely love it. Okay. And it looks like it's the right climb too. I think it's the right climb. Okay, I'm going to do this right here. Yeah, here we go, guys. Here we go. Someone was asking, if you ask, you shall receive. This is Anthony here. Guys, ask me questions. Ask me questions. Ask me anything you want. I thought about having a Q&A session one day. This is the Col du Moulin Avant from Privas. Now, guys, there's a million ways probably to climb this climb. It starts here. No, this is probably right. It's going to end up here. It's a Category 3 climb, the first climb of the day for the women. Okay? Now what I'll do... Yeah, you guys are looking at that. So that's a Category 3. And just for perspective, guys, I'm going to bounce back here now to... Yeah, guys, I know I'm not bright today. Just help a dude out. That's a Category 3. I'm going to say the second one is Category 2. Like, just when I look, a 7-kilometer climb at 7.2%, that's, in my brain, that's a Category 2. That's Category 2. This one at the end, they might say this is a Category 2 here. It's 1.6 kilometers, almost at 10% though. That's probably a Category 2 at the end. Even though it's a lot shorter, just that kick from 7% up to 10%, that's a lot. I'm going to try to look those up in the background, dudes. I'll pop those in. But I do want to stay on this race here, the Giro dell'Emilia. We are on the ascent here where they will be climbing. They have 3 more ascents up this climb. And I should be looking that one up too. I don't think it's the Monte Calvo. Yeah, it's steep, guys. Look at it. Kind of stair steps too. If I could pull up Zwift right now, I'd show it to you. Oh yeah, dude, that is creepy. It's a lovely colonism. As a female, I can tell you, I'm happy to be a dude. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you. You know what? I guess what bothered me about it is most people get what I'm doing. And someone might have taken offense to it. I don't know. This is probably a super nice person that just maybe heard me say it 2 or 3 times and probably just thought, well, doesn't he know that I'm not a dude? I'm a dudette. There was someone in this channel said, and by the way, I'm not a dude. And I think I said out loud in the video, I'm like, oh, sorry, dude. And then I was like, what did I just do? Like, I remember in that video, I laughed out loud to myself. It's just a term for everyone here. Riders, dudes. Thank you, Rhonda. Dudes covers all the pronouns. Exactly, dude. Thank you, Anthony. Because there's always that concern, too. I don't know what everyone's doing in their life. You can do whatever you want. Renee, I like this, but the number, there's 666 of them. And as Renee says, that is quite creepy. Dude, it is. Why would they do that? What was the reasoning behind making it 666? Was it just purely coincidence? Up to the top of the sanctuary at the top, the church. They're under 20 kilometers to go here. This is like a 1.6 kilometer climb. Rafa Mike is on the back, waving his hand pass. He's telling the motorbike, get away from me. I'm dropping. I'm done. This is Rafa Micah's last year. Don't forget that. Yeah, Micah is done pulling. You can see here he retires at the end of this year. He'll be retiring before that because once the races are done, he's done. He is competing in the dell'Emilia today. He will be doing Agostini tomorrow. On Tuesday, he does Tre Valli Veracine. That's a big race, guys. Do not miss that race. That's a huge race. And then on the 11th, next Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. He goes to Il Lombardia, where Poggi will be back to, I think Poggi has 4 wins there right now. He'll be coming back to get his 5th win there. If he does that, he ties the all-time record. With, I think it's with Fausto Coppi, I believe. I think. You can look that up. I'll get looking into that before we get to that, guys. Sorry, I've been behind on my research these days. Yeah, this is where they go right through it. They actually pass through that walled arcade walkway thing several times. There's some great viewing spots. You can stand in the arcade and look as they take on a little mini switchback. And then they're riding alongside of it again. They kind of bounce from side to side of it. Now, this thing's pretty big too. Like, it's wide. Just looking at it here, it's got to be 30, 40 feet wide, this entire structure, the walkway. It's what we would call here in Calgary a plus 15. That's what we would call it here. We have these plus 15s. Okay, Yates is on the attack, guys. Yatesy's going off the front here for UAE. Bahrain Victorious reacts. Smaller looking Q36.5 rider. No. Yeah, that must be Tom Pidcock right there. Must be. I think so. And we have one Visma rider here. Who is this? Yeah, Adam Yates. Ooh, Adam Yates looks good. Yeah, Lenny Martinez is going with him. That's the Bahrain Victorious rider. Tom Pidcock, that is him. Always throws me off when I see Tom Pidcock. If I can't see his full jersey, I think it's Red Bull because of his Red Bull helmet. And is that key on there? No, it's Jorgen Nordhagen here for Visma Lisa Bike. We saw him in Montreal and Quebec City. Remember, it's Quebec City in Quebec. That's what we call it here in Canada. Okay. Drew saying the Moulin looks like Cat 2. Okay, we'll bounce back there for a second. Yeah, they called it a Cat 3. I would have probably said Cat 3. I'd say the second climb at the women's race, the Côte de Saint-Romain, I'd say that's a Category 2. The end one might get a high ranking because it's at the end and it's very steep. So who knows? That's probably at least a Category 2. Yeah, that'll be a Category 2 at the end there. I'll try to look that up in the background here, guys. Ooh. Now, there's some stuff going on in the women's race here, too. There's attacks going off the front, but it's so early. I find not as many breakaways with them, and especially with this long flat here, I don't think anyone's going to go out. I think the real race here will start at the 7-kilometer climb at 7.2%, the Côte de Saint-Romain des Lurkers. That's where that race is going to start. That's going to be our phase 2 of the race there. I think phase 1 is going to be a little bit snoozy. So let's stick with the dudes over here. Looks like this is going to be a select group right away. It's already a very select group. I'm thinking just here quickly, 10, 12 riders in this group. And I can already see Isaac Del Toro lurking back there. It's just his build, I can tell from a mile away. Jay Vine, greasy stash, you can always see him too. So there's that. Miss Vader loves it when you say dude. Miss Vader is a dude. Jay Vine working nice and hard here. They're picking up bottles across the top again. Like I said, there's a little divot at the top. They race along the top of that ridge line. It's a descent, but also along a ridge line. Fantastic views up top there. Drew saying Saint Whatever looks Cat 1. LMF greens from a wild and windly Whitley Bay. Falls kicking in, guys. Falls kicking in. Dudes, I'm listening to this on my Discord. I put a link to it. It's called Little Ice Age. It's a free to listen to book. Free to me anyways, because I have an Audible membership. And so they have these. I listen to more of the free books than I do my paid subscription books. All about the Little Ice Age. It's absolutely fascinating to me, guys. Just when we're back talking to our UK buddies here. Dude, I feel like tearing the book apart and making my own timeline. It'll say like in the years of 1648 to 1652, this is what happened. These are all, every stat to me is fascinating, but I'm never going to remember them. Guys, I'm just thinking of this one, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was the 1600s. The Cairngorms, Scotland, northern UK there, snow existed year-round. It existed year-round at that point. That's how cold it was in the UK back then. They even talked about two, and I know all the other ones, the Thames froze over, all that kind of good stuff. But they said in one place, and I guess they would have had farmers measuring this, there's a lot of really good data that comes from churches and farmers because they're concerned about the weather. The churches had time to keep track of the weather. 13 riders in that front group, guys. Del Toro, Vine, Yates for UAE, Martinez, Carapaz, Remy Rochas, Egan Bernal, Primoz Roglic. Yeah, dude's calling me already. Bart Lemon, Keon Uterbrooks. Yeah, interesting. Tom Pidcock and Michael Storer. Chasing our Eddie Dunbar and Matisse Rondell. So, Southwest England. It was Southwest England for sure. They said the frost in the wintertime penetrated 3 feet down. 3 feet. Everything is frozen solid. And oh, another good stat I remember too. Okay, let me catch up. Yeah, St. Ramon de Lerps. I'm going to do that. Bob, most don't care, but my wife does. And my response to her, dude. I say it to Joey Jojo. I'm like, dude. I just say it. I called Addison and Avery dude. I call Bob, who's still in the hospital. I think he's going to be out real soon, though. That's Joey's dad. I call him dude. It's like, dude, love you, dude. Like, come on. It's a good thing. We'll always remember Raphael launching Poggy at the... Okay, Dave, I think I'm misreading that or something. Drew, 6 Celsius, 43 Fahrenheit, 24 and 7. Call it with light rain. Yeah, it's starting to get here cold, guys. Actually, it was supposed to be down to... I think it was 30... Probably about 34 degrees Fahrenheit last night for us. We got a couple of cold days coming up. I'm going to bring that up right now as I pull up those climbs in the background here. Actually, it's warmer than that right now. Actually, we're still dipping down. We'll get to 4 Celsius today. It's still... The temperature's still dropping. Yeah, but this next week, fall's really coming. Tonight, we're going to -2 Celsius. That's probably about 28 Fahrenheit. With rain, so there's a weird chance we're going to get snow tonight. Ugh. That's Saturday night into Sunday morning. Oh, this is terrible, guys. Our high today is 9 Celsius. That's not even 50 Fahrenheit. Yeah, winter's here now. It's here now. Okay, as you guys are looking at that, I'm going to mess around here. I'm going to get caught up with the chat. I'm going to drink this coffee before it gets cold. Ooh, Renee, we had it last night. Hard wind, 120 kilometer heavy rain. Ugh. God, that wind's damaging. And Dave in Toronto, 25 to 27 degrees Celsius here in Toronto this weekend. That's crazy, Dave. Yeah, guys, I can handle the rain. I hate the wind. Hate it. So I feel bad for LMF and Renee here and just getting those brutal winds. Rafa Michael will be done polling. British pun. Late summer sunburn in Toronto. Guys, we can get that here too. Like, it's probably like that in a lot of places in Canada. You can get these late season October 20 degree plus days. There was one year in Calgary, because Calgary, guys, is not... It can get cold, but the Chinook winds are insane here. Golfing in December. The golf courses opened back up. There was I think it was just maybe in the last 10 years, there was a day in December that it was 20 degrees Celsius, or like 19 degrees, something like that, in December. -2 is 28 Fahrenheit. Yeah, so that's what we're getting to now. Wind to our Dutch mountains. That's a good one. That is true. Yeah, the wind can be just as hard as doing a mountain, if not harder. At least with the mountain, you feel like you're getting somewhere. With the wind, it's just a constant battle. What was I going to look? Côte de Saint-Romain. Okay, I'll look that up in the background here. Women's race. We do have one rider off the front, Christina Bra Lorenzen. Danish rider. And... Oh, there's 2 of them up the road now. Karina Schrempf has gone too for Austria. So we've got a Dane and an Austrian up the road. 5-second gaps. That's not going to go anywhere. They might let it go out a little bit and let them dangle. While we're here, I'll do this, guys. Côte de... Oh, that's the other race. I want to see what that is. Côte de Saint-Romain. See if I can do that. Saint-Romain. Okay, it worked. I actually typed it right that time. But, yeah, there's multiple climbs up it. There's the Côte de Saint-Romain en Galles from Saint-Romain-en-Galles, and there's also Saint-Pardoux. Okay, which one? I have no idea which one I'm going to pick. We'll pick one and see if the distance... Okay, that one's 5K. It doesn't look like it's that one. So I'll pick the other one and hope for the best. Yeah. Well, this one here says it's only a Category 3 as well. Now, some of these climbs... Okay, guys, I'm using Climb Finder here. Categories aren't the same. I've noticed a discrepancy. There's HC, there's Super HC, and they're all based on climbing points. Oh, anyone know what was the first year they had climbing categorization at the Tour de France? 1933, guys. The Tour de France, just the mountain classification. Riders received points when they were the first to reach the summit, but at that time, there was only one category. Over the years, additional categories have been introduced, ranging from the most challenging, HC, down to fourth cat. However, okay, so wow, it's weird here too. They mentioned the Giro d'Italia and the Vuelta. However, a significant issue persists: the subjective nature. It's subjective. A lot of these climbs might be a category 1 early on in the race. It might be an HC at the end. There's no exact science. So over on Climb Finder, they've already they've created their own to do it. So it's not exactly the same. They're using some kind of formula, length of climb, gradient of climb, all that kind of good stuff. So we do have 13 riders in this front group. Yeah, there's 13 riders there. And 14 seconds back is Dunbar. It's going to be hard to see them here. Guys, we're on the second last descent here. UAE looks very much in control of this one right now. Jay Vine doing all the pulling on the front. Two-door rider there would be Michael Storer, Lenny Martinez. Two riders from Visma Leasebike, Ben Tullett and Uterbrooks. Attack by Visma here. Jay Vine just pulls over and like virtually comes to a stop. Just within seconds of me talking about it, he's gone. Gone. Uterbrooks on the front, guys. I think this might be a bit too early for him. I wouldn't go on this one. Uterbrooks and Martinez going. So Jay Vine's gone. So Del Toro still has Adam Yates with him. There is a gap. They've got a gap right away. They've got like 15, 20 meter gap immediately. Uterbrooks and Martinez. That's a real gap now. That's a real gap already. So they're going for the attack from on the second last descent. Get over the top, coast away on that bit of a downhill, bomb the other side, and hope to hang on that final climb. Drew, our valley, perpetual high winds, or we would not have 230 meter tall sand dunes. Oh, you got sand dunes nearby. Dude, Drew, I spent probably 3 hours one evening. Joey's probably like, what is this idiot doing all the time? Researching all the sand dunes in North America. Well, probably just in Canada. We've got a lot in Alberta. There's some in Saskatchewan. Like they're huge in Saskatchewan. There's actually some up in the northwest. No, in the Yukon. Technically not a desert though. All it is like I think it's a glacial sand that got pushed along out of the lake and formed a sand dune. So it's not a desert up there. They do call it the world's smallest desert. I think it's 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It's not a desert though. Desert, a certain amount of rainfall. Great Sand Dunes National Park. I'll look that up, Drew. Dave's asking Rhonda which calf. Oh, I guess they were both out enjoying the sun yesterday. And wow, guys, Uterbrooks and Martinez have got a break. These two know now they need to work together. Uterbrooks is doing all the work, going under one of the archways now on the arcade walk up to the top. Let's call it the Devil's Walk. That's what I'm calling it. That would be a good name for the climb, the Devil's Walk. 666 arches. 15% gradient here, dudes. 15%. Yates is pulling on the back, trying to get these guys back. 10-second gap already. 10-second gap already. Carapaz is there. Rudy Millard, Bernal, Primos, Tullett, Pidcock, and Storer. First chase group, 27 seconds back now. Yeah, here we go. I can see Del Toro. I can tell his body from a mile away. And small Q36.5 rider, that is Thomas Pidcock right there. Storer there as well, all decked out in black for two-door. Wow. Yeah, Drew, we talked about that. They were defined by the car gear. Yeah, I think that was maybe that's how it started. Now it is pretty subjective. So you could take, I think the Alpe d'Huez is rated an HC. But yeah, I've seen climbs that were a 1 early in the race, and if they go up them again at the end, or it's used at the end of a race, or let's say they've already climbed 5,000 meters of climbing, a 1 would be an HC at the end. It's all where they put that climb in the race. The Alpe d'Huez at the very beginning, guys, I can ride the Alpe d'Huez. I've done it virtually. I've never been to France to ride it, but I've ridden it on multiple platforms inside. Oh, wow. Riders born here. Luca Manzati. Well, he retired in 2013. Ezio Corlata, born in Bologna, retired in... that's old time. That's 1922. Wow. Okay, 2 riders up front. Martinez and Uterbrooks. Seeing a huge attack here now. I think that's Pidcock going. Pidcock's going. He's going to drag about 4 or 5 riders in. He's definitely dragging Del Toro. They cut through the Devil's Walk again. 5 riders looking like they're going to bridge back on here. Tom Pidcock pulling them all back. Pretty sure that's Pidcock there. Storer sitting on the back of this group of 5. I'm really high up helicopter shot here. That's got to be Yates. That has to be Del Toro. So the stats on screen are not correct at this point. Here we go. Yep, that's right. There's 4 of them there. Del Toro. What's Primos is there. Yates is gone. And they're all going to connect right back on. 6 riders back together. So huge attack there. And they are back together here. Del Toro, Martinez, Roglic, Uterbrooks, Pidcock, and Storer. Guys, do you remember, what was the race we were doing? Was it the Czech Tour? Where Uterbrooks got caught within like 20 meters of the finish line by Junior LeSurf. Huge attack here again. Pidcock goes again over the top, guys. Pidcock's going. 9.3, 9.5. Yeah, so this looks pretty recent. Pidcock moves to the front. Feeling quite rammy. He did all the work to pull him back. Del Toro doing a little bit of curvy swervy. Lots of looking around here. Lots of eyeballing each other. Yeah, everyone is got their head on a swivel here right now. This would be the actual finish line here. The Circuito San Luca. I think it's about a 9.2 kilometer circuit. We're coming back up here one more time. One more time, guys. Okay, yeah, Anthony. Dude, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too. Anthony says, Bologna buildings all look the same. Do they have a building code that specifies design and materials? Dude, they probably did back in the day, and they like to keep them that way. Like most cities and suburbs will have that in place. Like, you can't... Anyway, the suburbs in Calgary, if they build a brand new suburb, you're not going to find someone building one random brick house. That doesn't even happen. The suburbs are all bought by a house developer, and they build to a certain code. They all look exactly the same. Every neighborhood will have about 6 different styles of houses, and there'll be like 300 of them. Just a different one every second house. Ugly. We have the world's largest high elevation valley. Drew, is that the San Luis Valley? Is that what we called it? Like 80 miles east-west, 130 miles north-south, and the dunes are tucked under a low ridgeline west of Sangria de Cristo Mountains. Dude, where'd the dunes come from? Is that like glacial remnants? I wonder if it is, because I doubt it's a desert up there. Because that's the same as the one that's up in the Yukon. It's a tiny desert, and they actually call it a desert, but technically it's not. The sand, didn't form in a desert setting. It was glacial, I guess, powder, till, very small sand particles. The Alpenglow, beautiful sunsets give the name the Alpenglow. Really? I do. Paul Magnier wins again in the Crow race, guys. That guy's having an unstoppable end of the season. Unstoppable. Primos's last chance. I'll guess Del Toro. Dude, I'm going to go for Del Toro on this one too. He's just on fire right now. Isaac Del Toro, guys. Yeah, like, come on. Trofeo Mattioti, he won that one. Coppa Sabatini, he won it. Marco Pantani, Giro del Toscana, he won that one. GP Industria, he won that. I think he has 13 wins this season. Or is that 13 in total? Yeah, so many wins. 3 stages at the Tour of Austria. Giro d'Italia, 1 stage win there for sure. A bunch of seconds. Basque Country. Milano Torino. That's a one pro race early on. He won that race. Yeah, he might be on 9 wins or something like that right now. Yeah, Isaac Del Toro. Watch out for that dude. Watch out for him. Yep, San Luis Valley. Headwaters of the Rio Grande. Artil blows east-west and Bill's Dune. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, not a desert, but whenever you see sand dunes, you think desert. So I only really learned this about that research I did last week about the one in the Yukon. So it's a tiny little desert. It's not a desert. The sand just got blown off the lake in one direction. Prevailing winds blew it. Carapats attacks, guys. Carapats goes on the move here. It's amazing how this group came back together. We're back to 12 riders here. As I'm talking, all 12 get back together. It's Carapats attacking here. It's not even showing up yet on PCS, but he's gone. Okay, it looks like Martinez went with them, and the rest are going to be slowly pulling them back again. I want to get caught up, real refreshed here. Yeah, there's Carapats attacking. That was 20 seconds ago. I'm on it. I'm on it today, folks. I am on it. Which gear is HC? Transmission blown. Yeah, I'd have to do a big read about that, going back through time. But so yeah, Climb Finder uses their own categorization. It's kind of like, remember I showed you the point standings for the teams and for individual, right? Well, for teams we did that. There's PCS points and there's UCI points. PCS, it's their own made up points based on something, but it's very, very, it relates very well to the UCI points. So we were talking about Israel Premier Tech and Uno X being promoted to World Tour. And what's Israel going to be called next year? Israel Premier Tech, new name next year, I think. Yeah, HC, transmission blown, park your car, start walking. That's what it's called. That's that gear. You slammed into reverse at full highway speed. Guys, less than 5 kilometers. We're going to bomb downhill straight up the Devil's Walk one last time. I'm going to quickly bounce over to the women's race here. Yeah, you can see here, they're just, is that really, they've just finished the descent there? No, okay, that's better. I'm like, it couldn't have taken that long. They're on the flat section here, and yeah, okay, so they did let them go out a bit. I said that earlier. Actually, 3 of them got away. Jen Kosova, she was at the World Championships. Karina Schrempf and Christina Bra Lorenzen, they've let them go out to about a minute. They're just going to let them dangle out there all day until about kilometer 73, and then we're going to see the attacks going right here. The race is only, I think, 116 kilometers long. So the race is going to start around kilometer 73 for the women there. Back over to dell'Emilia. Wow, what a fantastic race this is here. This is a race that needs more attention. I mean, obviously, it's well respected in Italy because they ran it 108 times. Sorry, guys. Just spilled coffee on myself. Just guzzling it. San Luis Valley is semi-arid high elevation desert. Dude, I think the San Luis Valley is also known to, and I mean, this is all fake stuff, guys. They talk about it a lot in maybe UFO stuff. Like, it's a strange, anomalous place. At least that's the kind of stuff I've heard. Renee, IPT skips all races in Italy this upcoming week. Do the walk of life. Dire Straits. Dire Straits. Do 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 do. Is that right, Dave? Part of what I'll do is we're going to finish dell'Emilia. I'm going to go freshen up this coffee and just get settled in for the women's race. Lot going on. Yeah. So last week after the racing, I had to go online, book myself in for these exams. They're apparently the exact same exams as the ones I've already taken, but it's at the provincial level. And they suck because you can't do them virtually. You have to go to Calgary. And so she was saying, do 2 per day. You know, that's how most people do it. I'm not driving to Calgary 2 times round trips. That's like 2.5 hours round trip per day, roughly. I'm not doing that. So I'm doing all 4 in one day. You can do that. They've got them designed so you can do them all. I can do it. So I'm doing that next Wednesday. I'll be banging those all out. Head of the course here. It still looks like all our groups here. Still got 12 riders. Uterbrooks attacks again. Uterbrooks goes hard here, guys, at the base of the climb. Are we on the climb here? No, we're not on the climb yet. He's attacking long range in my video. On the climb now, it looks like. Yeah, there's the start of the Devil's Walk, as I like to call it. I think I'm seeing a lot of arches here. Yeah, probably starts right there. And now we're going curvy swervy. Okay, this is kind of cool here. So let's ignore the first 1 kilometer here out to 2 kilometers because we've only got 2Ks to go. You can see your 9, 13, 15%. Steps down to 8, back to 15 and 12. Ooh, Rudy Millard goes on the attack. Rudy Millard for Groupama. FDJ goes on the attack, guys. Boom, bang, bang time. Up the left-hand side of the road in the gutter. Lenny Martinez reacts. Has a quick look. Looks at his comrades, and he shuts it down. I think it was Keon Uterbrooks that jumped across, though. It is Uterbrooks again. Looks like Uterbrooks. Oh, I can't tell. Martinez. Uterbrooks and Martinez will be dragging the stragglers back up to Rudy Millard here. That'll probably be it for Rudy Millard. I expect a counterattack right now. Counterattack's coming, guys. Just get ready. Uterbrooks pulls up alongside Millard. Pidcock just lurking here. Pidcock's pulling up beside Uterbrooks right now, guys. Coming right now. Pidcock goes right to the front. I can see Del Toro sitting way at the back. Del Toro's way at the back. It could be Yates. Let me just have a look at this. Yeah, Pidcock's going here, guys. Pidcock's going. Yeah, I think Del Toro's sitting way in the back. Uterbrooks breaks, it looks like. A little bit of a crack there. Pidcock's still going. He's opening up a gap right now. Pidcock opens a gap, guys. Let's go. Remember when he dropped Jonas on that one climb at La Vuelta? He did crack him. Oh, that was the neutralized stage. Remember when no one got to win that stage? Yes, do the Walk of Life. Yes, we have a UFO watchtower property. We have winds from all directions. I nicknamed it Vortex Valley. Dude, like, I used to listen to all this stuff. Guys, I listen to everything. All, like, conspiracy junk and Sasquatch junk, and I'll get caught up in it for hours. Like, what are they really looking at? I'm like, I don't see it. I just don't see it. But yeah, San Luis Valley is very famous for, like, paranormal, UFOs, weird happenings, probably cow mutilations, stuff like that. Do you start your own business or work for a company? Okay, I think Renee's asking about me here. Yeah, dude, I'm going to be working for a company called, I think they're called AO Globe. Yeah, AO Globe Life Insurance or something. That's what I'll be doing. And so I think I'll be like an independent contractor through them. Wow, these guys are letting Pidcock go. They're letting Pidcock go. One crazy man running down the road with the skull and crossbones pirate flag. He's dressed up as a pirate too. He had the bandana on. Wow. 16 seconds given to Thomas Pidcock with 1.1 kilometers to go. So when Pidcock went, Uterbrooks reacted, and they all kind of started looking at each other, like, who's going to chase him? Ooh, that looks steep there. Man, what an epic climb. Epic. I think that's that little mini switchback I talked about. Pidcock, let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah, I know. Colorado Gators, Tourist Attraction, Huge Potato Farms, and Coors Beer Barley Farms. Vamonos! Okay, I'm watching close, guys. There's Del Toro right there. Del Toro's second right behind Martinez. Uterbrooks and Ben Tuller are there as well. Adam Yates is probably going to crack out the back. Carapat's just hanging on here. Pidcock looking over his shoulder, seeing them trying to come back to him. He's got 900 meters to go. Did he time this right? Guys, I could see why Poggy got dropped on this. Ooh, Del Toro makes a huge attack out of the group, guys. I could see why Poggy got dropped on this, what would it be, 3 years ago? Only because if you time your attack right, people won't be able to come back. Pidcock went too early. Del Toro is working his way back solo. 5 riders behind. Del Toro in the middle. Pidcock up front. Pidcock is out of the saddle, climbing all the way. Has a sit down. Del Toro out of the saddle, getting as much power as he can into the pedals right now. Using the body weight, doing a lot of rocking here. Pidcock's kind of swerving all over the road too. Yeah, he's doing a lot of swerving on the road, trying to like level it out a little bit. Come on, Pitters. Del Toro's coming. Yeah, he's on his wheel now, guys. He's got about 2 bike lengths. He is on his wheel now. Woo! Here we go, folks. Now, it looks like I'm delayed here now. 400 meters to go here, 700 meters over here. It's probably within 100 meters. They cut through the Devil's Walk climb. That's what it's called for now, guys. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. Del Toro's with them. 2, like, totally different styles of riders. You know, like, seeing them from a distance. Yeah, again, Del Toro, when I see him, I know it's him coming. His build, kind of got bigger shoulders on him, it looks like. Lanky dude. Like, just, this is going to be the best. Actually, you know what? He already is the best Mexican Grand Tour winner ever. I think in the past it was Raul Alcala. I was just reading about that. I think Raul Alcala got a 6th or 7th place at a couple of the tours. And maybe it was Tour de France. And Isaac Del Toro has 2nd place overall at the Giro. We've never had a Mexican Grand Tour winner, apparently. Oh, Dave's got me here. Work my back to you, girl. I don't know what that is. Sprint finish. Yeah, it's coming, guys. It's coming right now. Adam Yates out the back, guys. He's done his work. He's just hanging on here for the finish now. I've got 200 meters to go here, and I'm going to watch it here, guys. I'm not going to pay attention to PCS. Martinez is going. Del Toro launches ferociously. Pidcock jumps, gets on his wheel. Pidcock gets on his wheel. He is in the draft here. Del Toro, oh, Pidcock just cracks. He puts his head down. He doesn't have enough energy left to go around, and Del Toro just eases away from him. Coasts the finish, not even pedaling. 4 hours and 45 minutes. Pidcock, less than a half second back. Martinez 3rd. Uterbrooks possibly? No, that would have been Bernal. Was that Bernal there? It just looked like a little bit different colored jersey. I think Bernal might have come through in 5th place. Wow. Isaac Del Toro, Romero. Guys, how many races has Poggy won this year? Here's my question. Has Del Toro won more races this year than Poggy? Probably not, because stage victories at Tour de France. But like individual one-day races. I think Del Toro might have won more one-day races this year than Poggy has. Or it's going to be very close. I wonder where I can tell that. Yeah, so most wins. Can I do that here? This is just most wins. I want most wins this year. Season results. But then it's going to give me... No, I just need a number. I need a number. That's what I want. Does anyone know? Okay, here we go. 5th place was Primos. Sorry. Oh, no. 4th was Egon. So Egon Bernal was one better than I thought in 4th place. Primos 5th place. Tullett in 6th. Storer in 7th. Uterbrooks 8th. That doesn't surprise me. He kind of like thrashed himself too early. He went on the second last climb. He tried to attack. He pulled back a lot of the moves early. I think he was probably a little bit worn out there. Del Toro just cruises to the victory. You could see Pidcock get on his wheel and was just holding on. Then he just kind of put his head down, and you knew he had nothing left to come around him. Yeah, take a look at this, guys. How were the recent editions won? Okay, so Isaac Del Toro just won today. We just saw it. 2-up sprint. Last year, Poggy went solo, 37.8 kilometers. 2023, sprint for Primos. 2022, Enric Mas, 1.8 kilometers solo, beating Poggy in that one. And Primos won it in 2021. Wow. Oh, this is so cool. So it ends up being a lot of sprints, obviously, or solo breakaways. Only been 2 long ones. 3. Visconti went 16 kilometers solo. Alessandro De Marchi went 29 kilometers solo in 2018. Poggy did a 37.8 solo move last year. Wow, great finish there. Great finish. Yeah, Isaac Del Toro, man. More since September is what Drew's saying. Yeah, well, that's because he's been off for a little bit. Poggy's been off for a little bit. Another second for Pitters. Bravo Del Toro from Ronda. Yeah, awesome job by Isaac Del Toro. Ensenada. Like, dude, it just kills me. I'm going to come back over here for a second, guys. Let's look it up. Baja California, Mexico. Dudes, I'm going to do this right now. We'll jump into the ladies race right away here. We're going to jump in here. And obviously, you know I'm not doing this, guys. Where are we? Well, this is going on over here. We're over here. A lot of you guys are watching from the UK and other places. The States. Where's Colin? Colin's up here somewhere. I'll show you guys. Oh, yeah, why don't we do this here too? We'll do this first. So here's Calgary. I live up here somewhere. There's Olds. I always talk about Olds. I always talk about Didsbury. That's where Joey works. We're in the prairies. You can tell the prairies when you see all these squares, it's all farmland. Mountains are out here. Very, very close. So here's Calgary. Here's the Baja. So this is Isaac Del Toro's homeland, his birthplace right here, Ensenada, California. So I guess he got discovered by a coach out of San Diego. Because I'm like, how did he get discovered in Baja, California? Remember, okay, Baja, I think they call it Baja Sur now. I mean, it does look quite mountainous, doesn't it? So they've got the terrain there, obviously, to do it. Yeah. Here's their farmland. They're farming out here. You can see that. And then there's this mountain range right down the spine of the Baja, it looks like. Yeah. And so that's where he was discovered. It just kind of boggles my mind. That's where he comes out of. Yeah, Del Toro looks incredible right now. Guys, just so you know too, at the end of the month, this is where we're going. This is why I travel here. I jump on a plane here in Calgary, and in 3 hours and 15 minutes, I'm way down here. It's already booked. We got our place confirmed. If you're a North American and you're ever going to travel here, travel tips with Colin. Make sure if you want to see the arches, guys, this is what people go here for. This is what they go for. This is called Land's End, El Arco, Cabo San Lucas. You know, this is all eroding away. I was thinking to myself one time, eventually that arch is going to be gone. This is a pretty soft rock here. It's all going to fall away at some point. Make sure when you go to Cabo San Lucas, if you want to see the arches, that you stay in Cabo San Lucas. Because the airport you're going to land in is right here. It's actually a really nice airport too. Really nice airport. All modern. There's only one. I thought there was two. Okay, I guess there's only one runway. The old airport was this little building here. This is just domestic now. The first time we went, we came to this building here. Probably the easiest security customs I've ever done in my life. Now it's over here. It's a little bit more complex now. Getting in and out. You walk outside. This is quite the schmozzle. You get picked up here. And I've stayed here, and it's awesome. San Jose del Cabo, it's more quiet. It's more laid back. It's more of an art center here in downtown. Where is it? Oh, yeah, there's a cool... Guys, I'll see if I can find it here for you. So, yeah, you can see here. Here's all the big resorts along the beach. I think I've stayed at 2 of them. I've stayed at this one and this one. But if you want to stay in Cabo, you got to stay over here. Okay, Colin, go to the San Luis Valley. I'll do the next. See all the irrigation circles. Colin, what's the post-race comment word for everyone to come back in and comments and hype the video? We're all dudes. Dude? Yeah, we'll do something like that, Ron. A good idea. So, guys, I can't do that right now. Afterwards, what I'm trying to do is put like a little blurb in, something that we talked about. And then you guys all know to comment there. The comments really help the channel and hype the video if you can. I'm going to learn more about it this Thursday. So I got an invite. And apparently it's only certain people that get invited to it. So I don't know what they've seen about my channel that YouTube thinks, hey, maybe we should help this dude out. 10 likes, 28 viewers. Yeah, I knew it would be pretty quiet in here today. UAE has one with 13 different riders this year. That's insane. So guys, I'm going to Cabo here at the end of the month. And we're staying in a condo for the first time ever. These beaches here, guys, you're going to hear a lot of rumors about how Cabo, the water's unswimmable. Somewhat true. Like out here, the waves, when they hit the shoreline, they'll knock any grown man off his feet. The waves here can be just absolutely insane. Really insane. Back in here, it's really calm. They just get protected here by this little peninsula that sticks out. Here, you can swim with little kids. You can swim with little kids here, no problem. I've swam with the girls here when they were like 6 and 7-year-olds. This side, this is where you go to drown. You go to drown here. So usually what they do, they drop you off in these glass bottom boats here. You do a little tour. They drop you off, and the boats are coming by every like half hour. You can jump on any boat you want and go back. It's kind of something you do once or twice and then don't do it again. But this year we're staying. I think we're up here. We're at Tremonti. So we're staying up here this year. So it's close. You know, you take a quick cab. It'll like a $8 cab to go to town every night. So we're not doing an all-inclusive. We're doing stay in town. I noticed that there is a market down here somewhere. A little cafe. It's a 500-meter walk. And Joey Jojo got us one of these penthouse condos here. They all have their own outside sitting area up top, so you can chill out through the day. It won't be brutally hot, so that's where we're going, dudes. I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. So let's jump back to the racing. Coming back. Coming around for 709er. And so... Oh, wow. They're talking about teenagers at the Giro dell'Emilia. Andrew August was this year, 19 years old. We had another one today. Actually, we had 3 of them. 4 teenagers today at this race. 4 teenagers, 19 years old. Filippo Turconi, Johan Rolando, Albert Withen Philipson, and Andrew August. Awesome race. Coming back to the women's race here, give it a highlight. A refresh, here we go. 55 seconds. It's changed by 5 seconds over probably the last 15 kilometers. Phase 1 is coming to an end. Phase 2 will be starting here in the next 15 kilometers, guys. Yeah, so Rondo, I got to remember that. We're all dudes. Dude. Where's my car, dude? Where's my car, dude? So I'll put that at the end. You guys see that? Just slap something in there. Yeah, it's basically that content creator thing. It's like an invite. You have to be a certain type of channel. They send you an invite. And because YouTube is really going hard this year about helping smaller channels out. Guys, I'm a very small channel. Don't let the subscriber count fool you. It's pretty easy to subscribe to a channel and never watch it. That happens a lot. Let's look at Nora Jen Kusova here. Saw her at the World Championships individual time trial. 25th place. Name is very familiar to me. She got 22nd at the European Conti ITT. Slovakian rider. So we've got Austrian up front, Slovakian, and a Dane. And we still have almost 1,200 meters of climbing to do. Why don't I look that up? I'm going to look that up somewhere else here, this climb. I want to see what someone else is going to say about the climb. Yeah, I can do this here. Yeah, I'll close this down. Côte de Saint Romain. Really? Strava. I'm going to look it up on Strava. Yeah, hard to tell because you're going to get so many different things. Official segment. Let's try that. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a hard one to find. Côte de Saint Romain. Let's just... I'm trying to find it on a different climb. I wonder if it's on Bellevue. Should be. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. Yeah, McNuggets. I saw that yesterday too. Within finished 10th. Yeah, as a teenager. Dude, 19 years old. It's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Journey, dude. Exactly, dude. How about the Crow race? UAE brought Techno Viking to pull for McNuggets, and they're bossing it. Dude, I know, right? Yeah, so McNulty won yesterday at the Crow race, and my buddy Brian from New York City, he said, "Dude, you see Brandon win again?" I'm like, "Dude, I didn't. I didn't pay any attention to cycling yesterday." Okay. Okay, interesting here. At the women's race here, road race championships, this climb they're taking on right now, that's the same as the last climb, the Côte de Val d'Enfer. You can see, just look at the profile. I wasn't sure if it was like, oh, that looks really similar to me. They're going to climb the final climb for the day. They do it 3 times, but there's a big one wedged in the middle. The 7-kilometer long Côte de Saint-Ramon des Lerps. That's what I need to look up. Des Lerps. I got to get that into my mix. Des Lerps. Okay, there it is right there. 498 meters of ascending. Wow, it's pretty low level there. It's only 121 meters above sea level at the start. 618 at the top. Like, that's super low down. But I'm looking for a climb. Here's one called Total Velo. You think this would tell me some stuff? Yeah, Total Velo. What's this going to tell me here? Oh, this is all French. All French. Guys, I don't even know what I'm getting myself into. I got to put in something else. Bike climb? I don't know. Bike climb. Yeah, so, Mike Coles. I'm going to look at all Mike Coles. Yeah, let's do this here. We're going to do it right here, guys. Let's get you over here. So this is the big climb today over at the Jiro road race. This is the Côte de Saint-Romain des Lerps. Okay, this looks good. Here they're saying it's 6.7 kilometers, average at 7.2. The other one said 7 kilometers at 7.2, so they're just taking the start or the finish slightly different. There is a maximum gradient of over 12% right at the very start. This is where phase 2 of the race starts here, guys. It's going to be on this climb. It may be even down here at the very beginning of the climb. Someone's going to try to get away and go for a long run to the finish. Saint-Romain des Lerps. And I'll come back here. Was I showing that to you? I was showing that to you. Okay, that's good. We're back here. Okay, you guys did see it. Yeah, okay, so I'm looking at my delayed stuff there, guys. Let's just let that roll. I'm watching the victory podium here. Lenny Martinez comes out, 3rd place. Tom Pidcock's going to be 2nd. And Isaac Del Toro in 1st. I'll just watch that finish up. Dave, Slovakia's had a huge bike culture for years. Check out the TVO doc about Igor the bike thief. Notorious, famous here in Toronto for years. Dave, do you have the name of it? I can look that up. I'm looking for something to watch today. Oh, Côte de Val d'Enfer, Hill of the Hell Valley. Ooh, I like that. Dave's saying not Slovakia, Slovenia. Igor was a police officer there. Oh, and now he's in Toronto? Yeah, interesting. He was a bike thief, maybe. Here comes Tom Pidcock coming out. Tom looked really racy today. Del Toro just dragged him back. Tom looks a little bit, yeah, okay, great. I got 2nd. This is the look he has on his face. Yeah, whatever. I'd rather just go home. Back to Andorra. What's the present he gets here? This looks like he's getting like a frozen turkey. I swear it looks like he's getting a frozen turkey. He takes it, holds it up, and just drops down on the step. Slight smile out of Tom Pidcock. He's always like this. And next up will be Isaac Del Toro. Here he comes, guys. He's coming up right away. 7:34 in the morning here, guys. Joey Jojo. Oh, we're going to look at that too. We're going to look at that. She'll be off to day 2 of the dental conference. She's already worn out. Joey doesn't do well, like, sitting in one place. You know, listening to people talk. So, I think yesterday killed her. She's like, I'm ready to come home already. Isaac Del Toro comes out. Yeah, champion. Oh, he looks like he's about 3 feet taller than on Pidcock when he stands on the podium. Yeah, nice. Looking good. Igor Kink had a bike shop on Queen West. Dock is called Kinkit. Okay, dude, I'm going to look it up today. Yeah, what am I doing after this? After this, I think I got to roll to town, get a couple supplies. I probably need some hay cubes for the horses or for the donkey and the goats. Just a couple things around home. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to do a bike ride inside today. And probably do some study work for my courses that are coming up. Okay, so that's the celebration stuff over there, guys. I think what I'll do is I'm going to grab another coffee here. Everything's back together here. Women's road race, all back together. Attackers were caught just within the last minute. And we are climbing the Côte de Val Enfer for the first time. It does go up to 9.7% gradient. On these flats here, there's going to be a flat coming up for the next 10 kilometers. Then the race is going to kick off. I'm going to do that right now, guys. Yeah, doing that right now. I'll be right back. Guys, dudes, riders, we are back. I'll call you guys every name I can think of right now. All my little names. Yeah, so I'll get that out. Kenked. Igor was quite the character. Met him a few times. If your bike was stolen in TO, you always knew where to look, and you would get it back with the tune-up if you weren't an a-hole. Really? So I guess the documentary, Dave, just a quick synopsis. The dude that was selling you your bike back, or giving it back to you, was the guy that stole it. So he was stealing bikes and tuning. I don't know. I've heard of him, but didn't know there was a documentary. Interesting that you met him. Exactly. Okay, guys. 56.3 kilometers left in the ladies' race. Kasia Adomas here, Eliza Longoborghini, Anna Vanderbregen, Misha Bredelwald, Demi Vollering. They're all here, guys. Last year, won by Lorena Vibes. Sprint. Misha Bridwell won in 2023, a 10-kilometer solo break. Ellen Van Dyke, 23 solo break in 2021. Wow. Okay, dudes, while we're here too, I wanted to show you something else here. We're going to come back to, not this, but this. Why would I? Okay, I didn't close it. Anyway, so that's my Cabo trip at the end. Oh, dude, so I'll tell you what's going on in this one. So we're going to go to Cabo. This is how we do it. You can take the bus if you want. The buses are really good. They're like tour buses. You know, they have bathrooms on them, all that stuff. They'll take you to your resort. Sometimes it's the easiest trip in the world. It might be that you leave the airport and, you know, you leave the airport up here. You just drive down this road. It's really close. And it goes right to your resort. Bing bong. Pulls out front, you know, drops you off here. That's it. Other times you might have 4 stops. We always get like a private transport to take us. And then we're going to whip to our little condo over here. Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to go. I'm going to see my buddy Lucian Black. He lives in San Jose del Cabo now. He's an American who lives down here. He's the dude I keep talking about. You know, I've got pictures of him with Jonathan Vaughters. I got pictures of him with Tyler Hamilton. So he's in the know with these dudes. In the know with the World Tour riders from the past, right? Jonathan's still there, obviously. So I can't wait to go do that. Backing out again now, guys. I love my Google Maps. Here we are. That little click in the road right there. That little thing. That's how you know you're near Colin's house. He's right here. Come on by. Stop by anytime. Coffee's always on, folks. Coffee's always on. So you might be able to see me outside here today. I wonder if you can see any of the donkeys or anything. I wonder. Donkeys live back in here. Donkeys and goats live in here. Donkeys, pigs, all that kind of good stuff. There's all these corrals. They're all kind of junky now. I need to blow them all down. But anyways, so Joey Jojo would have left just a couple nights ago. She would have driven down the highway, went through Calgary. Then you take the number 1. That's the Trans-Canada Highway right there, guys. You go through Calgary. There's a nice ring road now that goes all the way around Calgary. You don't even have to stop once. All the way here. You just kind of roll through and you go all the way around. Calgary is booming. Suburb after suburb. Make me barf. But that's just the way it is, right? You can see where all the new suburbs are going. These are all new suburbs. This is insane. Think about these acreage owners that lived out here like 30 years ago. Now they're like, oh, here comes the city. But yeah, Joey Jojo. This is what I'm talking about. You come out here. You're in the mountains. You take the number 40 south. What does it look like here? Why don't we have a look at that? I'm just going to plonk myself on the highway. So you can see, that's the way back to Calgary. I'm standing in traffic. Flat. Then out here, montagne. So this is the guy that would have done the videos back then. So she turns off here at the number 40. There's a casino out here. Tim Hortons, of course. And you come down the Kananaskis Trail here. And she's somewhere down here at the, where is she? Kananaskis Village. I think she's in Kananaskis Village somewhere. I don't even know what Kananaskis Village is. Why don't we have a look, guys? Let's just go plonk ourselves right in the middle of the Kananaskis Village. Okay, you can kind of tell it looks like a little bit of a ski town, I guess. Yeah, I don't really know what we're looking at here. What do they got here? Because I was wondering where they were going to eat. So Kananaskis Mountain Lodge, Woody's Pub and Patio, yeah. And yeah, all that kind of stuff out there. Golf course out there. This is the Highwood Pass in Canada. I think the one of the most famous roads is the Highwood Pass here. A lot of cyclists take it on. Oh, I didn't know there's a side road there. Where does that one go? Oh, that's Pocatera. Okay, cool. So this road gets shut in the wintertime on the south end and the north end up here. You can't pass it anymore. It's just too much to maintain. A lot of dudes will take on the the Highwood Pass here. Speaking of which, I wonder if you can see it here. Can you see it? There's a trail out here I used to ride all the time from Bragg Creek. Yeah, here's Elbow Falls. Where is that? 66 must stop. Powder Face. Okay, I've been to Powder Face before. Yeah, you come out here somewhere. This road should end somewhere here. Doesn't it? Maybe that's the trail. No, that just keeps going. Yeah, there's a loop out there I used to do all the time when I was younger in university called the Little Elbow, Big Elbow. Like I think it was a 45K loop, but you go way out here into the mountains. You get so far out that you're basically within one range of this road here in Kananaskis country, K country. So that's where Joey's hanging out. Check out some of the colors, guys. Barrier Lake here. This is pretty popular out here too. You can actually take a walk all the way up here, and I think you go to the top of this one right here. There should be a fire lookout. Okay, I'm not very good at this right now, am I? Where is that fire lookout? Actually, maybe back. Actually, it's back over here because you can see it when you're driving down the highway. Razor's Edge. A lot of people mountain bike up here, but I just don't know where it is right now. Wow, I should get back into mountain biking. That's what I should do. Yeah, Exshaw. There's a bunch of mining here. Dead Man Spots. Actually, this is where Joey and the girls had to stay for her dental clinic. This used to be just a gas station on the side of the highway. Now it's got some condos and stuff. Probably cheaper than staying in Canmore, which is here. Canmore's all here. And then you have Banff just down the road. Here. Banff. Okay, enough of that, guys. Let's get back to the race. If you want to see something on Google Maps, just let me know. Back to the race here. So I think Joey Jojo has to spend all day in that course. I'm like, don't worry. I said, usually when they say it's an all-day course. Okay, what am I looking at here? They're showing that, oh, the women and the men. Okay, because their women's race was shown too. I'm going to back out of that for a second here. What else can I watch here today? And I'll get caught up with you guys. He would buy stolen bikes, got busted for dealing coke. They had 6,000 bikes in a warehouse they recovered for 10 years. Doc hunts him down after he left TO. Dude, I can't wait to watch that. Igor's longtime girlfriend was a violinist with the Toronto Symphony. Can we say urban sprawl? Emmett Smith, Canadian, should know. Hello, hello from Dream. Area 51, please. Oh, we want to look at Area 51. Interesting. Actually, what was it that drew on me to look at all the circular irrigation things? I see that all the time on Facebook, guys. People are like, what are these things? I'm like, how do people not know? So I always see them when I fly down here. Like, I know when you're flying like over Tucson. So we fly over all this stuff. Okay, that's Phoenix. Where's Tucson? Right there. We must fly directly over that. Oh, there's the infamous Mount Lemmon, guys. One of the best bike climbs in North America, I think. 41 kilometers long, averaging 5%. Yeah, here we go. This kind of thing. This is how they do irrigation. It'll be a central irrigation system, and there'll be a big long thing with sprinklers on it, and it goes around in circles. You see a lot of them down there. Obviously, as soon as you zoom out, yeah, here they are. Lots of them. So that's how you do your farming. I mean, this is all the desert here. This is all desert. That's all it is. So that would be Phoenix itself. Then Tucson's further down here. And I think even in Mexico, they do some of that stuff. When we fly down there, we come through here, and then you start crossing over here. And I'm always looking out the windows, trying to identify these islands. Of course, then I spend an hour on Google Maps looking to see, has anyone ever lived out here? Like, this place looks just, there's no one here. You could just move here and just live in the desert. There's nothing here. Nothing. Wow. Pretty cool. This I like seeing this here. Lower the water 100 feet. This is all connected. All connected. Same with this. All connected. Isla Turon. So that's, yeah, you fly to Cabo this way. This is where the Megalodon lives, obviously. The real deal Megalodon. If you believe that. Okay. Oh, dudes, I'm not even looking at it. We're doing Megalodon talk, and I missed it all. God, that will probably get a lot more views of the channel. Let's talk about Megalodons. We city folk know some of these country things. Oh, dude, so I got to show it to you. Yeah, sorry, I missed all that. You come back up to Tucson here. Right in here. Yeah, these circular things right here. You're probably seeing on screen now. You should be. Yep, you'll be seeing it in a second. Why is my stream so delayed? Stream is so delayed. Oh yeah, look at the mouse. It's hilarious me watching my replay on YouTube here, seeing me pointing my mouse around a million times, and it's all on the wrong screen. Come on, Colin, get with it. Yeah, there they all are there. That's insane. Okay, I must be really delayed here. Sorry, dudes. Here we go. So you can see it there now. I'm actually looking again here. Evergreen turf here. What do they do? Do they just grow grass and sell it? But yeah, so they have like one long sprinkler system, and each one of these here would be half mile by a half mile. That's one section right there. 4 quarters. Southeast, southwest, northwest, northeast. So this is 160 acres right here, and they're going to have a central irrigation system that goes around. You can actually, that's probably a picture of one right there, and it just goes around and sprinkles. That's how it does it. But this is really just the desert. It's insane. Let's have a look here. Like, look at these little houses here. This is it. This is desert. That's what it's like here. I actually really like it. Yeah. Look, they got a racetrack here. What is this? Oh, dudes, let's check out the Nissan Technical Center. This is where Nissan must test all of its cars. They got a road circuit, smaller circuits. This is probably where they drive the cars over rough terrain. See that they don't blow up on you too quick. The Nissan Technical Center, just in case you're ever wondering. I know it's top of your minds right now. Let's go, folks. And then Drew is in Colorado here. Drew, I don't even know where to look. Let's look. We'll be jumping back to the women's race right away. San Luis Valley. I think that's how you spell it. San Luis Valley, Colorado. Oh. Really? Chili's Farms. Colorado Gators Reptile. Weren't we just talking about that, Drew? I think we were. Wow, look at all the circular farming here. That's insane. So that tells me this is super dry here. You're only gonna, there it is, Great Sand Dunes National Park right here, guys. We've got Mount Herard up here. Probably get some year-round snow hiding in these shadows up here. Wow. So that's the San Luis Valley. This is kind of where Drew lives, I think. I won't point Drew's house out to you. I know exactly where it is. That's where he is. Denver's way up here. Okay. And again, guys, Denver does remind... Hey, I just saw that picture that was there. I was on that train. On the day that me and Joey got lost in downtown Denver and find out you can't get a taxi from downtown Denver. What a dumb city. They were like, no, dude. They don't. I'm like, what do you mean they don't come down here? They don't come down here. They said, you got to Uber. And Uber was like $150 to go back to our hotel. And we were like, nah, not doing that. But see here, look at the mountains. Here's our mountains. Here's Denver. Denver's closer to the mountains than Calgary, but look at all the farmland out here. All farmland. Then you can quickly take a look. Oh, where's Calgary? Well, it's along these foothills here. There's Calgary, same thing. Mountains, Calgary, farmland. So, but yeah, the urban sprawl around Calgary now is really bad. Really bad. It keeps growing up here too. Yeah, they see this chunk here? These acreages here have been here forever. I think they call it Scott's Hill or something like that. There's houses that have been here for like 40 and 50 years, some of the original acreages. And then, you know, you can tell the old ones, they had more acreage, right? Then they started doing this. You know, like this is where you pretend you live out in the country. You just kind of pretend because you're not really living in the country. You've just got neighbors all around you. You know, and look at this one. This gets even worse. I mean, for some people, this is fantastic. It's probably better than the city, but... and then they've just demolished this all down. Airdrie is same kind of thing. Look at it. It all looks the same. Ugh. It all looks the same, guys. That's why I live out in the country. That can't go forever, though. We can't live in the country forever, Colin. You have to tell yourself that. Okay, dudes. Phase 2 of the race is going to start real quick. Phase 2 is starting real quick. Okay, where are we at? We've only got 43.8 kilometers to go. We will be climbing the Côte de Saint-Romain-de-Lerps right away, guys. We're at the base of the climb right now. Margot van Pechtenbecke is off the front with a 35-second gap at the base of the climb. We'll descend down the other side. It looks like it's about a 7-kilometer descent down the other side. Yeah, 7-8 kilometers. We will take on the Côte de Val d'Enfer for the second time. We've already done it once out here at kilometer 57. Flat, and then we go over the climb one last time. That's going to launch the attack for the finish. Everyone's picking the Netherlands to win today. The Netherlands or the Swiss. Netherlands, Swiss, Italy, Poland, and then France. Obviously, we know who all those riders are. Why don't we take a look at them right now? Netherlands here. Strong, strong team. When is Demi going to pull off her next big win? Let's take a look at Demi here quickly for the year. Tour de France was second place overall. I think she went there kind of thinking that was her race. Second place overall. No wins at that race. Third in the individual time trial at the World Championships. Seventh in the road race. They let those 3 riders go up the road and a Canadian won it. So there's that. Didn't win anything at the Tour of Switzerland. Volta Catalonia was back in June. I keep forgetting these are at different points for the women. I would have said very early in the year for the men. Etzulia women won that. First place in the Volta España Feminine. They need to make that race longer. 7 stages isn't long enough. But it's been a little bit since she's had her last big win. So maybe it's today. I think I'd like to see that. We City Peeps thought they were crop circles, alien invaders. Yeah, dude, every day, like on Facebook when I'm scrolling around, people say, what is this thing I'm seeing from space? I'm like, it's just where they plant their crops for irrigation. It's always in drier areas. So, Dave, you guys would never even need that out there. Toronto fighting sprawl by expanding vertically. Yeah, dude, they're trying to do that in Calgary too. So Calgary's downtown is kind of... It's gone to crap. Whatever you think of oil and gas, it was a great industry to be in. Companies are leaving. Buildings are sitting half empty. Homeless, drug problems are coming into downtown Calgary now. Just because there's no money left down there to keep all those buildings going. I mean, there still is, but it's like probably like 60% of what it used to be. And there's more and more homeless now lurking around all the buildings. I wouldn't recommend someone to go to right downtown ever again. Unless it's like midday. Stephen Avenue Mall is kind of fun to go to. It's like a walking mall, all outside, very nice. But yeah, that's what they're doing downtown, Dave. They're trying to make some of the old offices downtown into apartments now. And I'm like, yeah, just jam more people into the air. Just jam them in. A couple of the newest condos are over 100 stories. Time to learn base jumping, yes. Yeah, like, I guess if I didn't like outside activities as much as I do right now, like just going outside and messing around outside, I could live downtown. I probably could. Riders have already been dropped here, guys. Romy Kasper from Germany. Natalia Frolova for the individual neutral athletes. So she must be Russian. She is Russian, 28 years old. Ooh, she got first at the National Russian Championships. Yeah, that's kind of weird to me, you know that? Like, it's kind of weird. So, just like the way they have to name it. So she's a neutral athlete here, but she is Russian champion. Right? So she won't get recognized as a Russian athlete here, but she is the Russian champion. So she's just living her life normally, doing her thing, riding the races she wants to race or ones she's going to be good at. Paulina Roykers pulling in the peloton here for the Netherlands. This is where it's going to go off. I think it's going to go off here. They're going to like shed the majority of the riders out the back. Yeah, same here, Colin. COVID showed many companies how little office space and people they need. Yeah, it's so weird. Like, I like it. What I miss about downtown Calgary, it was very much you did deals on the fly. So you'd be walking around Calgary, like me and my buddy Birch would go out for lunch, and we bump into someone down the road. Hey man, what do you do? Like in the plus 15 system. So guys, I was gonna make a video with that where I walk all the plus 15s, telling you all about downtown Calgary. It's all inside, so you can stay inside when it's minus 40 outside. It's basically meant for business people, so you wouldn't have to go outside and walk through the slush or minus 40 or even 0. You just connect from one building to the next. You'll be walking through the plus 15s, and in one of those plus 15s or in the malls that connect every building's going to have a coffee shop and a few restaurants on the second floor. That's the plus 15 floor, guys. I think it means you're basically 15 feet above the ground. That's how high it is above the road. You bump into someone. Hey, guys, what are you guys working on? Hey, man, we haven't seen you in years. What are you guys working on? Oh, we're working in the same area. Really? What are you guys drilling? And then next thing you know, they become a partner of yours. That's what being downtown was all about. And there was always meetings in offices. It's just, they had confidential data they didn't want to share virtually. They would share you confidential data in an office, like hard copy, paper that you would not get to take with them. Virtually, they could show you stuff and you could record the screen and you could keep their data. So that's where it's different. Calgary's really changed. Oil and gas is slowly, it's totally transitioned now. Now they all want to make apps down there. Seems like I think it's funny. Calgary wants to be the next digital center. Guess what, Calgary? Every city wants to be the next digital center. What do? Oh, we make apps. Yeah. Dude, yeah. Dude, yep. I haven't seen a doc. Dave, there was a movie. Have you seen the doc about Calgary people who never go outside? Dude, if there's a doc, I want to see it. But there was a movie, it must have been in the 90s, where I think it was an independent Canadian movie. And I think there might be someone in it that kind of became a semi-star later. They make a thing like, dude, how long can we go without going outside? And that's what it was, because you'd walk the plus 15s everywhere. I don't know where they went shopping, like for food. I think now, with Calgary's downtown, so Calgary went through the whole, let's try to get the homeless out of the east side, which they couldn't. We went in, we drove into the Keg Steakhouse on Saturday night with Joey's parents, Bob and Lillian, and just the amount of homeless people just sleeping on the sidewalks, and they're just everywhere. So they put all these super nice condos, and there's just homeless walking around everywhere. Why would you want to live there? You go outside, all you can smell is where someone's gone to the bathroom that morning. Fun. So if there's a doc about it, I'd love to know about that. But I know there's a movie too, like maybe it's based on the doc or maybe vice versa. 16 riders in the front part of the peloton, guys. It's been whittled down already. Ruyekers, Anna van der Briggen, Demi Vollering, Eliza Longo-Borghini, Kasia Niewiadoma, Mavi Garcia. Mavi got third at the World Championships road race. Antonia Niedermeyer. Tough little climb here. I wish I could see a better... where is it? Yeah, here's the climb itself. So it's 10, 11, 12% in the early goings, backs off, gets kind of shallow here, 3% at kilometer 77. They're coming up to that shallow part right now. And then it does kick again. Might be a nice point to attack on the second kick here. This is what I'm saying. They're just coming up on this shallow part. At kilometer 77.5, it kicks up again over 10%. That would be a nice place to put a move in to shed some more riders out the back. Holy, what's up, coach? Long John loves Spinoka. Yeah, Dave, let me know what documentary you're talking about, or maybe you're referring to the movie itself. Long John, how you doing, bro? Dave's saying it's so funny. Tio got rid of tent city in the 80s. In the 90s, now you have people camping in the wealthiest areas, Forest Hill and Rosedale. Yeah, dudes. Like, I mean, guys, I know a dude who's homeless right now. I talk to him every day. He is doing tent life. He lives in the woods behind a Wendy's in Pennacook, New Hampshire. I honestly talk to him every day. He's a friend of mine that I've had for years, probably since, well, not years, but like 7, 8 years. And he just finds himself in a situation where, yeah, I don't know. He can get help. He just doesn't want it. In Victoria, they put the homeless people up in an older hotel, and apparently the whole place has been destroyed. So, like, I don't know how they help the homeless, man. I have no idea. Anthony, unfortunately for Russian athletes, they can't compete in international competitions due to ban in Russia. Olympics World are not the same without Russian. Yeah. Yeah, I just find it's funny that she's representing Russia at home, but as soon as she steps away, she's a neutral athlete. Deep down, she's a Russian athlete, but she has to be an independent athlete. And I guess that's exactly what all the protesters want for Israel Premier Tech to happen. And that's a good argument. I agree with that argument. I don't agree with the protesters. I agree with, if you're doing it to Russia, then you need to do it to Israel. Sure, I agree. Not going to argue. The path life takes us. Long John. Yeah, so I talked, guys, earlier on, Long John, you weren't here yet. I said, oh, he's calling me already. That was the dude. So I get to hear about his daily life. I said, dude, I should make videos about you. Or I actually joked about, dude, I think a lot of videos you see on YouTube are absolute fakes. You know, when you see people doing van life, they don't live in vans. They do not live in vans. They live in a normal house and they go stage everything to make it seem like they're living in vans. So then you go, oh, wow, man, life on the road, bro. Yeah, just going wherever you... I think some of them do that, but there's some that are totally fake, and I know some of them have been called out for it. They live in a normal house. They take their VW van down to the beach. It's always set up with usually a youngish woman looking out the back, you know, with her feet or legs showing in the pictures and a nice picnic spread. It's so fake. So fake. I was going to do it myself. You should do collab videos with the guy. Dude, I should. I joke with him about how I was going to do videos on the backside of my property. There's a bunch of trees out there. You could live out there and no one would ever see you. And I would just go do my staged tentless videos. The stuff that he goes through every day. Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, he needs help. But it's kind of hard to help someone like that who doesn't want help. So sad, many of the homeless have serious mental issues. You got it, Dave. Bingo bongo, that's my buddy. And I wouldn't say... Dude, and I don't know what serious is. I shouldn't say much because at times, my buddy, he's totally on his game. And I'm like, oh, that's the dude I know. And other times, he's so high, and other times, he's so low. I'm like, I don't know this guy. But there's times when I know the guy that I first met. If you go into a shelter system, you get robbed, beaten, and raped, and men. Dude, that's all the stories I hear. He's been robbed. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for him. Yeah, wow, dude, those mother effers are always getting caught faking their content. It's actually safer for them in a tent. Yeah, dude, it is. He's been robbed at the thing. He used to have a Nintendo Switch. That was one of his prized possessions. Stolen. He just talked about it last week. He was, dude, I wish I wouldn't have left my backpack there. They're always paranoid. There's always theft. He's trying to get inside now because there's some cold weather coming. Like it's been, I think 2 nights ago, it was 3 degrees Celsius for him. Sleeping outside in a tent, laying on the dirt, going into the Wendy's. Everyone knows he's homeless. Going into the mobile gas station. He's already been banned from there because, you know, he's a little bit erratic at times. I wouldn't say scary, but just too loud. But I still know him as the old guy that he was. Yeah, van lifers. Dude, those van lifers have been getting caught faking content for like forever. Yeah, I see. Dude, I see some. It's some young woman, just happens to be semi good looking, living by herself out in the mountains in her tiny home. How about all that fakery? And she's doing it all by herself. And there's a snowstorm. Dude, it's probably like in someone's backyard. And then she just pops out there, films some videos. I watch those things. I love watching dudes where they go out and sit in a tent in a storm. I watch that all the time. He should get a bunch of blankets. He just got himself a mummy sleeping bag a couple days ago. Yeah, he seems cool just going through the stages of life. Yeah, he definitely needs help. I don't even like talking about mental health stuff because a lot of people suffer through it. And mental health is pretty much everyone. Mental health is pretty much everyone. 4 riders off the front here, guys. They are launching here. Let's see where they are. They're at kilometer 78.4. I'm going to go back to my little chart here, guys. What happens at kilometer 78.4? You're right in here. This 11.9% stuff right there. So they probably just launched the attack here where it got steep again. And they bust up the peloton now. We've got 4 up front. 19 are trailing. So we got Anna van der Breggen, Demi Vollering, Eliza Longoborghini, Kasia Niewiadoma. Any one of those 4 could win this race right there. Next question is, will they be able to stay away for the final 30 kilometers? 37.7 Ks to go, guys. Being homeless makes it so hard to get meds and medical treatment. Boom, exactly, dude. Exactly. So my friend, he probably drinks a little too much. I said, dude, what about your meds? What about your meds, dude? There's always an excuse, but he said his mom's picking them up for him today. You know, I didn't have money to get meds, but I had money to go here. Okay. But again, he's got himself in a cycle now. And I guess, if you're homeless and you're living in a tent, it is safer, and you kind of get to be your own boss. No one tells you what to do. But I said, dude, you're going to get busted there soon. They're going to come in and clear you out. So, but yeah, I talk to him every day. Every day I talk to that guy. Some commit crimes just to get sent to jail. Yeah, dude, he talked about that as well. He's like, dude, at least I get to eat 3 times a day. And stay warm. Like, he's already getting cold. I'm like, dude, that mummy sleeping bag ain't going to help when it's like minus... I don't think it gets that cold in New Hampshire, but probably... I think 0 Fahrenheit there would be like cold. So minus 18 Celsius. 37.3 Ks to go here, guys. They've just been racing for just under 2 hours here. Average speed just under 40 an hour. While I'm here too, guys, I want to do this right now because I haven't thought about this yet for tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out what time am I getting up at tomorrow. Oh my. So, dudes, the race tomorrow. What time does it start at? The race tomorrow. Oh, live stats. That's where I got to go to. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's shorter than the World Championships, only 202 kilometers. I know everyone was complaining that the race was too long. So this is the men's race tomorrow. You can see it. They do the same first climb. They skip the Côte de Val d'Enfer before they do the 7-kilometer climb up to Côte de Saint-Romain, but then they catch it on the way down. They do the same climb again, 7 kilometers at 7.2, down all the way bottom. They do it a third time. Then they go through the Côte de Val d'Enfer 4 more times. It starts at, take 8 hours off that, so that's going to start at 3:50 in the morning for me. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm getting up early tomorrow. That'll be And when I told you guys before, when Demi Vollering goes solo, guys. Demi Vollering goes solo. They're not even at the top yet. She's up the road by herself. Okay. That was 24 seconds ago. She is solo now. She's got a 5-second gap here over Van der Breggen, Longoborghini, and Kasia Niewiadoma. Let's get it. Okay, and it's getting harder for them to get sent to jail, so they have to escalate. Yeah, there's so many homeless. Like Victoria's really, really bad. Guys, if you ever go to Victoria, it's fantastic. If you're not from Canada, why don't we have a little look at that, guys? We know they'll be descending right away. I think we got some time to mess around for a bit here, guys. Uh, this is where my mom lives. Sorry, I'm trying to do this. Am I showing you the right stuff? Yes, I am. So, Victoria, here's the mountains. Here's Vancouver, Canada. You know, all here. And they've got bad homeless, like really bad homeless, like downtown. It's always downtown, right? It's not. I think it's actually I don't know where it is. It's probably in here. Downtown, Gastown is bad too. I think all through here, I think is pretty bad. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Come across to Victoria. This is the main harbor here in Victoria, dude. It's fantastic. Where is? Oh yeah, guys. So if you've never been to Victoria, here's the Fairmont Empress. So, you know, old hotel. This is really cool to go look at. I've never actually been in it. You just walk around outside. Victoria's got a really mild climate. Very touristy down here. Gardens. There's also the government buildings here, which are just as nice as the Empress. Let's see if I can get you over there. I think right here. No, that's not it. That's just the hotel. I just saw it in the other picture. Oh, right here. Sorry, guys. Closer than I thought. We're going to stand right here on the road. And yeah, there it is. So that's the legislature here for British Columbia. So nice, cool old building. We can look around. Out here is the harbor. I've stayed in this hotel right here. That's a nice place to stay. But the problem with Victoria is too, like you come back here a little bit. This is all super nice back in here. All super nice. You come back in here though, there's just homeless people everywhere. Everywhere. They got some really cool alleyway walks too. Like they're designed for shoppers. So I think if you go to Chinatown, am I allowed to say Chinatown anymore, guys? I'm not sure if I am. That's what they call it anyways. It's called Chinatown here. Like the narrowest little alley that you walk down. There's all sorts of cool shopping down there. It's really cool here, guys. So yeah, I would have stayed right here. Delta Hotels. Yeah, fantastic. Some of these places out here, like this real estate here, guys, is insane. I think there's penthouse suites up there for like $5 million. That type of thing. And my mom lives up here. Up in Sydney by the Sea. Right up here. This is the main airport here for the entire Victoria area. All the islands here. Some of it's really crazy. Like when you look at it, Victoria is further down than some of these US islands. And I always like to talk about this little place, Point Roberts. Completely isolated from the US mainland here. The only way to get to it is by going through Canada. There's no ferry service here either. It's completely landlocked. So during COVID's, it fell apart. And with the tariffs, it's even taken more of a beating. This place will be lucky to survive. Okay, coming back to our race, guys. How's Demi doing? Demi Vollering now has a 22-second lead. Oh, Eliza Longo-Borghini has been dropped. We have Anna van der Weggen and Kasia Nuadoma 22 seconds behind Demi. Anna's not going to do anything here. Cash is going to have to do all the work, putting all the pressure on her. Demi will be trying to escape. She's at the top right now, guys. Here's our little bit of a detailed profile. The mummy sleeping bag and like a bunch of thick blankets. That's what I told him, dude. I said, dude, you need to stay dry. I said, as soon as you get wet, you're going to freeze. And again, I always bug him because he goes, dude, it's so cold. I go, what's the coldest you get? He goes, oh, like it could be 5 Fahrenheit. I go, dude, that's not that cold. 5 Fahrenheit is not that cold. I say cold starts at 0, minus 18 Celsius. That's where it's starting to get cold for me. But yeah, he's outside wet and damp all the time. It's going to feel a lot colder to him. Renee, how does he get some money? We have some restitution money on tin cans, plastic bottles, so they collect them. He is on some kind of disability program for whatever. So he does get money from the government. I actually joke with him. I said, dude, you make more money than I do. And that is a 100% fact, guys. I think he gets roughly, and my buddy's name is Ben. He is a friend of mine. And he wouldn't care if I said this. Because I tell him I've mentioned him before on the channel, but not in this detail. I think he gets like $1,600 US per month in assistance. So he has money. He's actually trying to find a place to move inside right now. So he is doing that. Was it CP or CP? Yeah, CP, I think. Canadian Pacific. Yeah, because they owned all the rail lines. Yeah, I think they're called CPs. Yeah, like the Chateau Lake Louise, the Chateau, there's the Chateau one in Banff. Oh, no, I don't want to open up Chrome right now. Let me come back here whilst you guys are doing that. Yeah, we're not in there right now, are we? Great hotels. Oh, we got some great ones out here, guys. If you ever want to come to Canada, wherever you're from, and you want to come visit Colin, please do so. Stop in for coffee. Yeah, here it is right here. Is this it? No. Oh, where is it? Fairmont, Banff. Oh, it's the Fairmonts. Yes. That's what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. Dudes, you're going to like this. Okay. Canada Tourism, you're welcome. You're welcome for all my 28 viewers, whatever it is I have right now. Dudes, like, I mean, look at this. Check this place out. This is up in the mountains. It's just like a few minutes outside of Banff itself. This is the Fairmont Banff Springs. Yeah. Pretty insane, right? So that's where we are in Banff there. I'm just going to zoom out, guys. So again, here's the Trans-Canada Highway. You whip up here, you find, and you just come to the hotel right here. I've lost it again. Fairmont Banff Springs right here. So super nice up here, golf courses and stuff like that. Then if you come over to Lake Louise, oh yeah, you guys have probably heard about these too. We have these in Canada. These are our animal wildlife crossings because we have so many animals here, guys. It's not like you see bears and moose and crap all the time. If you come here, let's see. Hopefully it shows it right. Yeah. So guys, they built these tunnels that you go through, and they've made it like wildlife up top. So the animals can cross back and forward. So you come this way. I'm just doing this so you can see the other side. So there's trees up there. It's all so the animals just traverse back and forward. They do have really, really high fences here, but animals would try to get through them. They'd knock them down. There's that. So I am heading out to Lake Louise. That's why I'm coming this way. Wait, where's Lake Louise? Oh, I'm too far. That's the... Oh, no, I'm not. Why can't I see Lake Louise? Oh, it's up there. Ah, that's right. You turn this way, the 93. I've taken this road a million times in my life. Here's Lake Louise, guys. There it is. That is your Lake Louise that you see. All the water's coming off glacier melt up here. You know, you could tell these pictures are taken in the summertime, and there's still lots of glaciers up there, lots of meltwater coming down. Here's Lake Louise itself. I'll go back to the race in a second. We got the Chateau Lake Louise here. Maybe I can get a nice picture here. Why don't I just pop myself in here? Yeah, so a bit more modern looking, but it overlooks the lake. So that's what you get to see here. So this is, I could be here in about an hour and, probably an hour and 40 minutes. And you could walk around here. You probably need to pay for a park permit to come in here. I'll put you guys back to the race. I want to look up one more for you. You're going to like this one too. And this is a place I've never been to and I always want to. So here we go, guys. Demi Vollering here. First place, 27-second lead over Anna Vanderbergen and Kasia Nuadoma. Sadly, most people are 3 missed paychecks away from being homeless these days. Yep, that's Colin for sure. Thankfully, I have Joey Jojo. Drew just had a nap. Drew, you missed it. Wow, we were looking at the San Luis Valley. We looked at the Great Sand Dunes, whatever you call it. I pointed out your house. Canada will annex by popular request. Anthony, San Francisco has worked with state legislatures to expand laws allowing for compelled treatment for those unwilling or unable to accept care. Has likely contributed to reduction of homelessness. Oh, the Chateau Frontenac. Yeah, that's probably the best one. I want to do a cross-country Canada train trip with the Panoramic rail cars. Keeps the moose from ramming cars. Exactly, dude. Yeah, there is some train trips you can take across Canada. I'm going to pull up one more for you here, guys. There's another one south of us that I've never been to, and I really want to go to it. It's way down south. I'm going to have to search for it here. Prince of Wales. Huh. Where's that going to be? Alberta? Prince of Wales. Hotel? No, that's not it. Oh, where is it? I know it's southern Alberta. It's at the Chain Lakes. I'm just trying to figure out where it is. It's like this gigantic hotel just sitting there. It looks so nice. Chain Lakes, maybe? Chain Lakes Provincial Park. Okay, here it is. Can I find it? Where's the hotel? I don't know right now. I've never actually seen it. Prince of Wales. Sorry, guys. Hotel Alberta. Yeah, this is going to be it. Oh, yeah. Okay, these are kind of crappy images. I don't like these images. Actually, that's not a bad image there. That's crazy. Although I don't want to be on Expedia. Sorry, dudes. I'm just surfing around here. No, I don't want to be here. I want to get maps. Let's go to maps. Yeah, this is going to be good. We'll come to satellite here. Am I in the right place? Oh, yeah, we are. Wow, this is actually a really cool spot. Okay, dudes, I'm using different mapping here now, so just bear with me. This is just where it took me. Okay, so again, Calgary, you come way down south. It's right near the U.S. border, right in the mountains, just at the edge of the mountains, really. But this is the Prince of Wales Hotel. It's Waterton. That's what it's called. So there's a small town here. Here's Waterton. Here's the Prince of Wales Hotel. I think this one's pretty neat too. Oh. Can I not drag my little hand on here? Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Okay. Waterton. I know how to do it. Right here. Yeah, now we can do it. Back to the Googs. So maybe we'll sit right here. Check this place out. I think this place is super cool. Sitting here right at the edge of the mountains. The lakes are nearby. Tell there's lots of walking around here. And out that way, that's the way back out to the prairies right there. Bet you it's super windy through here. Super windy. Insane. Can I come this way? Yeah, summertime pics here. But yeah, that's the hotel there. So you can come stay out here. I think that's really cool. So yeah, there's three places you can check out in Alberta right there. And I'll come back to the race, guys. And I haven't been to that southern one yet. Drew, wasn't that Lakeside route featured in The Shining? Yeah, what's the one in The Shining? What the story for The Shining was based on the Overlook Hotel, which is a real hotel in Colorado, I think. But The Shining the hotel they used for that is another one, I think, in Colorado, because they needed it to be more remote. I think the actual Overlook he went and wrote the story at that hotel. and they used another hotel, and then they did a studio set over in England for filming. Dave saying his middle school phys ed teacher had his microbus run off a mountain road in BC. Renee, it would be called, okay, Renee must have said something there. It would be called Might Mapping with Colin. I just like looking at stuff. Guys, I'm on Google Maps all the time. I love looking at maps. 30 seconds here, Demi Vollering ahead of Anna Vanderbriggen and Kasia Udoma. Is Demi going to go on a 30K break, guys? She's got 30.6 Ks to go right now. Eliza Longoborghini is 20 seconds behind Udoma. And it's 1:15 from kind of the main GC group back to up to Vollering. That's Chabet, Kerbal, Juliette Labous, Mavi Garcia, Franziska Koch, Antonia Niedermeyer, Urska Zigart, 125 back. Okay, so Urska's not going to be in the mix today, guys. Yep, moose rammings. It happens, guys. Moose will run right into a car. Or a train. That's the unfortunate thing. The train goes right through the mountains there. And, yeah, they get hit by moose. Oh, and while we're at it, I want to show you something else that's super cool. Oh, Dave, if you do your train trip across Canada, dude, that's something me and Joey have talked about. There is one out here. It is insanely expensive, though. There's a trip I think you can take from Calgary to Vancouver. It's $3,000. It starts at $3,000 per person. I'm like, what? I'm not paying $3,000 a person to take a train to Vancouver. Just not. So yeah, guys, take a look at this here. Here's something really cool I want to show you. Now, this is cool. You can tell me you think the rest of the channel is not cool, but this is cool. Okay, so where are we? Guys, Banff, Calgary. We're coming out here. This is the Trans-Canada Highway here. This is a little place called Field, British Columbia. Essentially, not a lot here. Just not a lot here. Okay, that's the town. I really like this braided river system. This is really cool to see, actually. Coarse sands, you know, cobbles, all sorts of junk goes through here, and you can just see all the different water channels. This is a braided river system right here. Like, braided is in multiple channels coming through, not one system just meandering around. This is the Trans-Canada Highway right here. Oh, well, there's some cool stuff to show you guys here. Yeah, we could show you this too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that first. And guys, I've done this ride on Ruby. I've done this ride inside. You go off here. Here's the turn off to the Emerald Lake. And you know what, guys? This is just like a stop sign. You just whip out and you're there. You come along the Emerald Lake Road. This is a big thing to go do out here. You come up this road here, up into the mountains, and here's Emerald Lake Lodge. Wow. I got to say it myself. Why would there be... What's that going to be? Oh, this was taken in the winter. Yeah, we don't want to see that. Guys, yeah, you don't... Yeah, there. I just scared you off coming to Canada, didn't I? Let's look at the Emerald Lake Lodge here. There you go. Right? Check out those colors. Glacier-fed water here. That's why you get the nice pretty colors. So you can come up there and do that. What I was trying to show you here that I think is super cool, and I always see the signs, and about a month back, I took some time to figure it out. The train's got to come through here, okay? Trains have to come through here. Lower spiral tunnel. And then if you come over here, that's not showing up. So this is how it works. The train comes down here. This is the train line right here. Again, we get all these little lakes that look really pretty. There used to be a gas station here. Look at this, brake check. This is where you got to pull over and check your brakes, especially with the truckers. You can see them all doing it. And this is like a 7% grade for quite a few kilometers down. Watch the train track here. This is the train track. Okay, it disappears. It goes into this mountain and does a loop around here somewhere. It comes back out here. The train line does come out here. Trucks along. You can probably see some of the train yards here. This is probably like for clearing snow and stuff like that. Then the train line, you can see it goes under the highway here. That is the train line down there. comes up here. There's a viewpoint. Why is there a viewpoint? Because that train line goes back into the side of the mountain here. That's it. It goes into the side of this mountain. And then it does another loop around like this. Up like this and pops back out here. Below that line. And then keeps on going all the way down into the valley system down below. Goes around the back. I think it was around the back side of field. Yeah, it comes around the back side of field here. There it is. That's the train line right there. And just to give you an idea, let's stand on the train tracks. Here we are. So that's the direction you're looking in. That tunnel mountain's probably up here somewhere, and then it loops on this side too. So pretty cool engineering if you ask me. So you could do that. You could go to Emerald Mountain, Emerald Lake. You could go to Chateau Lake Louise, all that kind of fun stuff. You can go on a dog sled trip up there. Wow, I've gone everywhere today, guys. Let's go back to the race. Probably the hardcore race fans are going, what is this channel? It doesn't matter. It's just what it is. This is just what it's all about, folks. Two riders have abandoned from Estonia and Greece. 40-second lead now to Demi Vollering. She is going up the Côte de Val d'Enfer for the second time of the race. It's only labeled here. It's 1.6 kilometers at 9.7%. We climb it 2 times in a row. We have actually climbed it earlier as well. 40 seconds back now. Demi seems very motivated to stamp her dominance on this race. Dave, that's what I was thinking too. I kind of thought she'd come out like swinging for the fences because she hasn't won anything big in a while. Drew, Overlook Hotel in Estes Park, Red Lodge in Montana was the exterior used in the film. Okay. But an early scene had them driving north with lake on left side to arrive at... Oh, you thought that was Lake Louise? Geez, I wouldn't have known that, dude. Yeah, so the hotel that's in the movie, that is a real movie, hotel. However, they have a stage, they actually have a huge, whatever the sound set, whatever it's called, where they actually changed the look of it a little bit. That was all filmed in the UK. He wrote the book at another hotel, which I believe is in Colorado. I think that one's actually called the Overlook Hotel too. It's more white, the hotel. The one in the movie is more darkish colors. Anthony's asking, has anyone ever cycled around the world? Well, maybe there's someone lurking in this group that has, but I sure haven't. Yeah, Drew's going to go check. Yeah, Drew, I think, so he wrote the movie, he wrote the book, he went and stayed there. And supposedly it's still a place where people go to check out hauntings. The other one that you see in the movie is a real location. And then they made a sound set in the UK so that they could film. Oh, yeah. Drew's going to go check. Whilst Drew's doing that, guys, quick nature break coming up here. 21.9 kilometers to go. Debbie's on a flyer right now. Anna's probably not doing any work. Kasia will be just looking at her getting frustrated right now. Eliza Longoborghini is 1 minute 5 seconds behind Demi. Kind of the other big group. Well, there's not a big group really. There's 5 of them. They are currently almost 2 minutes behind Demi Vollering. At this moment here, I think this kind of might be Demi's race. The Stanley Hotel is real. Drew, let me guess. When you look at the pictures, is it all white? It's mostly a white hotel. It's only maybe a couple stories tall. The one that you see, the Overlook, so it's the Stanley is where he wrote the book. The Overlook is the one that has the, it looks like a ski resort. I'll be right back, guys. we're back, dudes. We are back. Yeah, there's been some noise upstairs, guys. Yeah, Mark Beaumont from Scotland. He wrote around. I think there's been quite a few people ride around the world. Mark Beaumont, I think, had the record. I think what's her name, Lyle Wilcox. I think she was trying to break the record. Maybe she did. It's not the quantity of viewers that count. It's the quality of the viewers and content that matter. Thank you, Don. Ground control to Major Tom. Yeah, dudes, I'm trying to do this right now. I got too much stuff open up here. And we'll close all this. I'm doing some stuff here. Yeah, Stanley. We're going to look this up right now. Stanley Hotel. Stanley Hotel, Colorado. Yeah, this one. Okay, dudes. So this is where Stephen King wrote The Shining. This is where he wrote it. Have I screwed that up? So where are we? That's the Stanley Hotel. That is in Colorado. Isn't it? Estes Park? Yeah, it is. So this is where he went to write it. It's like, again, just from what I remember about it, it's a mostly white hotel. You know, I guess it's got a red roof. Okay? So that's where he wrote the story of The Shining. That's quite a bit different than the movie. Overlook Hotel. I don't know where that's... Overlook Hotel, Colorado. Oh, they show the Stanley as well. So I don't know what the actual name of it is. Maybe they used a different name of the place. Oh, yeah. They even have the hedge maze here. Wow, they even have the hedge maze. So obviously he used that in the book. It's not as big and scary as the one that Jack got stuck in. Wow, cool place. So yeah, I don't know where the location of the real one is. Well, the filming location, or sorry, the fake one they used, fake but real. Okay, anyways, moving on. I've lost it today, guys. I've lost it. Anna friggin' Vanderbriggen. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. This is frozen chicken. Frozen chicken, dude. Where are you from? Commencing countdown. Engines on. Where's frozen chicken from? Bro, how'd you find us? Guys, we only have 18 kilometers left. Demi now has a 55-second lead over Anna Vanderbriggen and Kasia Nuadoma. That's going to be a situation of Anna just sitting there going, sorry, dude, I can't help you. You're just going to have to ride this yourself, Kasia. It's up to you to catch Demi Vollering right now. Demi's going to have flat now for the next, it looks like 8 kilometers. Sorry, 10 kilometers. And then she's got one last climb over the top. And then a few kilometers to the finish here. And she will be the European Continental Champion. Timberline Lodge in yeah, that's right. Timberline Lodge. Thank you, Drew. I'm going to look that up right now. Does it still exist? But they called it the Overlook. Timberline Lodge. That sounds familiar to me now. Line. There. I think that's it right here. Oh, yeah. Dude, this is so freaking awesome. Oh, yeah. This is good right here. Timberline Lodge. Oh, it looks horrifying, doesn't it? Can you hear the music in your head? Yeah, this is totally it, man. This is totally it. Look at this image that came up. Look at this place. This is insane. So, the Stanley Hotel is where he wrote the book. It's in Colorado. The place they used to make it seem more barren and remote, they used this place, the Timberline Lodge. Wow. Let's get some... Does it always have to look so horrifying? Yeah, it's all snow here. Look at the snow here, guys. Yeah, I love it. So cool. Big ski area. But I want to get more images of the hotel. Maybe we can get a nice image of the hotel in the summertime. So yeah, there's no maze here. There's no hedge maze here. I was going to say, is that a Canadian flag? But it's not. Thanks, guys. We got everyone else there except Canada. Mexico, Switzerland. Actually, I think that may be a Canadian flag. That's Canadian there. Maybe that's Austrian here. Yeah, that's just our flag there. I can think you see the maple leaf right there. Okay, I'll give you guys a break. Nice job. I'm trying to find a good shot here of the outside. Maybe we got to stand way far back. Oh, no. We're down the hill here. We can't see nothing. So yeah, they used this as the remote section. And yeah, on the way there, Drew was saying they went along a big lake on the left-hand side. No big lake on the left-hand side here, because they would have filmed that somewhere else. What's this out here? So, gigantic ski area. Okay. And then they had a film set, obviously in the UK, where they did all the actual shoots. Back to the race, guys. So yeah, once this is done, guys, I'm out the door, whip to town, supplies. Yeah, Demi's in the lead. The opening helicopter shots of Torrance driving to the overlook were filmed by a second unit on the Going to Sun Road running from the western shore of St. Mary Lake in Glacier National Park, northeast of Kalispell, Montana. I think that Going to the Sun, I think there's a road there too called Road to the Sky. A lot of Albertans take it down on, a lot of motorbikers and guys with nice cars take it and they drive right down there into Montana. Fact, graduated high school in Denver, 75. Played lacrosse with a lot of 77 kids. Told buddy the only girl in school I date was Kathy R. Who's Kathy R? Drew's going to continue this story in a second. Kathy R. 1977. Dude. Seems so long ago, doesn't it? 16 kilometers to go, guys. Demi has a lead of over a minute. She's in time trial mode right now. 1 minute, 3 seconds back to Vanderbriggen and Kasia Nuadoma. Longo Borghini is almost 2 minutes back. At 2:03, we got Chabe, Labous, Garcia, Koch, and Niedermeyer. 2:26, Karabal, who was with Urska. Urska's really slowing down now. She's at 3 minutes back. Karabal and Urska were together just recently. What's this one coming up here? Oh, they're showing another little climb. 3 kilometers to the foot of the Monte di Costebelle, right here. Looks like it's about 105, 104 kilometers into the race. Just a short little one. 200 meters at 7.7%. Here it is right here. Looks a lot better here on the detail profile. They'll be coming up to that. That's this little tiny pimple here. They're making this seem like it's some huge climb at this race. Okay, so Kathy R. Kathy played her harp in the lobby of the Stanley for 3 summers. Wow. The Stanley, which is in that Estes Park, whatever it's called. The real hotel. It's amazing how deep you can go into that movie. There's a documentary on Prime about all the hidden meanings of The Shining. I'm like, really? Do you think that's really what it is? I don't know if anyone's into those conspiracies. And what was it? Yeah, Stephen King hates the movie version. Like, it's not the same version. So Kathy R. She played harp at the Stanley. The Stanley name for the Stanley... Oh, Stanley Steamer inventor. I don't know what the Stanley Steamer is. Is that a train? Maybe? Yeah, Dave, that's not a climb. It's a launch pad for attacks. Exactly, but Demi's already launched. She's already gone. So that little bump there is not going to mean much. It's going to be a battle point for Kasia and Vanderbriggen. 14.8 kilometers to go, guys. So yeah, this is done. Might not even take the jersey off. Might just leave it on. We're racing to town. We are racing to town at that point. Racing to town, getting stuff done, and then getting home and getting on the bike. I wonder if I could do this, guys. If I leave you guys here for now. No, that's not what we want to do. I hate when it does that. Okay, that's for the men's race tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow, guys, 3:50 in the morning will be start time. I'm going to probably catch all of that race tomorrow. I wonder if I can do this here whilst you guys are in there. I just don't want to turn that off. Wonder if I can do this in the background. Let me log in. Yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry, guys. Try one more time there. There we go. This might capture, I don't know. Window capture. No. Okay, window capture 3. Oh, it worked. I can't believe that one worked. Here, I gotta turn that off. Something I want to show you guys. We are still streaming there. Oh, went to black screen. Don't go to black screen. Why did that happen? Things seem to be kind of goofy today on here, guys. I don't know what it's doing. So that's been on black. Okay, there, that's better now. I'm going to get caught up here reading, guys. Make sure I'm on the right stuff. I'm really lost. Guys, 13.3 kilometers to go here. We've done 103.1 kilometers right now, just under 40k an hour. Demi Vollering still sitting with a 1-minute lead. Oh, okay, Estes Park. Okay, a car from 100 years ago that ran on steam power. Oh, dude, I like that. Two huge brains and egos and brains, Kubrick and Stephen King. Kenny Loggins. King didn't like the adaptations Kubrick chose, the maze instead of the sculpted animals. Oh yeah, I'm all right. You got it, dude. Just watch. Dude, I'm actually loading up one of the apps I use. If you don't know about Inside Cycling, this is the kind of stuff I like to do. I tried loading another one earlier that was really throwing things off here on the channel. Footloose. That's going to be a very slow load, I think, for some reason. So I'll just come back to the race for now and I'll let that load in the background here. Where are we at? Yeah, guys, it's been sitting like this. So Demi, there's a group of 4 going up the Côte de Saint-Romain-des-Lerps. Those 4, Demi attacked on the second kicker, 10 to 12% section, right around 77.5 kilometers. Went solo and has remained solo all the way. 1 minute 5 second lead over her countrymate Anna van der Breggen from the Netherlands. Demi's out front, Kasia Uedoma riding with Anna van der Breggen right now. Jumping off the deck, pushing into overdrive. Is that Footloose too? Dude, I don't even know. Okay. Now how do I do this? Guys, here I just want to do this quickly as we're here. You know I always talk about Inside Cycling, right? I always talk about it. So let's do it. Okay, that's not what this is what I wanted to do. Yeah, this is what we're doing, guys, right here. We're going to turn all that off. We're going to turn that window capture off. Okay, I know my camera's gone. Camera's gone. I know people like me on camera, so there we go. But you know what? Yeah, I'm going to just turn my camera off altogether, guys. There we go. Dudes, what are you looking at? This is Zwift. This is Zwift, guys. I can bounce around. I can look at different riders here. There's people riding. Everyone you're seeing here is a real person. Everyone here is a real person riding the world. I'm just watching this random dude named W. Smith. Hey, W. Smith, how you doing? There's people getting ready to start. There's people all over the world. If you look in the top right-hand corner of the screen, every little dot you see is a real-world person. I don't think I'm going to be riding Zwift much this winter. I'm going to be doing race coverage for it. This guy's probably going to turn left here. Yep, he hangs left. You can go straight forward up to the little climb. So this is what Inside Cycling looks like now, guys. This is what it looks like. And I wonder if... Can I do this? Yeah, I can. I'm changing the views here. That's a point of view look, obviously. Side view, low down view. I think I can actually go up in the sky. So when I do my Inside Cycling race videos, I use this. And I have full control of the camera. In fact... I think if I do this, where is it? Is it that one? Yeah. So guys, I'm controlling the camera now here. I control this camera. I'm looking at this guy. I'm turning around, seeing riders come up behind him. So this is what people do in places where the weather's not good enough through the wintertime. Maybe it's too cold, too hot, too windy, too rainy. Maybe you're recovering and you don't need to ride outside. Maybe you just had a wicked crash and you don't want to ride outside anymore. This is why people ride inside. And I wanted to show this to you because yesterday I just heard people making snotty comments on Facebook about, why would anyone ride inside, bro? Like, I live in a country where it's so mild that I can ride outside every day. Whip-de-doo. The reality is, a lot of parts of the world, you don't live in places where you can ride outside 24/7. I would have liked to have been at the Zwift Academy when I was 20. Dude, no Zwift Academy this year. They kind of canceled this year. So if you've never seen Zwift, guys, we're going into the little aquarium thing. I've actually just heard someone else. Who is it? John Hallis. He's the guy I was telling you about his blog that mentioned my YouTube channel as one of his favorites, which kind of shocked me. This is me controlling it here, guys. They're in like an underwater tunnel now. You're going to see things going by. He mentioned that he'll only be riding inside now because he had a really, really bad crash outside. And I think he says he's going to stick inside. You know, let's say when you crash when you're a little bit older, it takes you forever to recover. Guys, there's probably like 10,000 people riding on a Saturday morning on Zwift right now. At least. There'll be at least 10,000 people in here riding all around. And I can bounce to other riders. You get a draft just like you would in real life. I just randomly jumped into W. Smith again. There's so much stuff to do. So back to me. This is just me sitting on the side of the road right now. And you can see right here, if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, Inside Cycling World. You know that's me, guys. I'll jump back to the race. I know I'm probably boring you to death, but that's something I like to do too. And we're getting right close to the finish here, guys. Right close to the finish. 11.6 kilometers to go here. I'm just going to refresh just to make sure. 7.6 to go. That seemed a bit too far out at first. 37 riders still on it, so everyone's just abandoning now, guys. They all just abandon when they can't make it. Dude, you were probably looking at someone, Anthony. Okay, just let me back up here. All my favorite work days, more money, more fun, more bragging. I have no idea what that is, Dave. Anthony, Zwift riders look like they have a shopping basket attached to them. Dude, some of them probably do. They are probably riding a bike. I think there's a bike called the Buffalo bike that has a shopping basket on it. So, yeah, bad weather days. Yeah, so I think it was a Facebook ad for Full Gas, another app that uses videos. And they're just doing their business. Hey, guys, try out some of these rides. You can ride real-world locations. And it was just a bunch of dudes coming on. Why would anyone ride their bike inside? Like, just get outside, you losers. And I feel like saying, you guys are the losers. You know, like, yeah. The guys that are saying that, if they came to Canada, and all you Canadians will know, one little trip outside in the wintertime and they'd be crying to go home. Like they come from countries probably where it doesn't get below 0 Celsius, and if it does, it's for one day out of the year. Ooh, I ride my bike outside all the time. There's some pretty awesome elite athletes inside. Guys, there's a dude you can look up here, and why don't we do this just so Colin can show you what he's talking about. This dude here, Michael Vink. Gonna look him up right now for you. This dude here. Wow, he rode for UAE. He also rides inside all the time on my whoosh. He's retired now. So he was an outside rider. He rode for... That was his big World Tour contract. And he got spotted the same way that they do at Zwift Academy. Rode Continental and Club all his life. And then he rides on my whoosh. They saw the numbers he was putting out. Signed him with a 2-year contract to UAE. So what did he ride for UAE? It's not what I wanted to do. For UAE last year, Paris Tours Elite, the Dauphiné he rode. Paris-Roubaix didn't start it actually. Shell de Priest didn't finish all the Sprint Classics. Tirreno Adriatico, Alula Tour, Santos Tour Down Under. This is a my whoosh inside rider. They also ride outside. So that's what pros use inside stuff for. But these other dudes, they ride outside all the time, so they're better. I just can't stand when I see those dudes post that stuff. And I sit there on Facebook and I craft a message and I'm like, nah, just delete it. Because this guy's just an idiot. Bad weather days. Dave, I met a dude. He's got something wrong with his inner ear. It's I don't know if it's a disease or an injury. His balance is really bad. So he rides inside and he's super strong. Rides inside because he can't tip over. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Dave knows. I was going to say, right, you know, Dave, I would love to take them for a 2-hour ride in February while I'm working. Exactly. Yeah, if you're from the southern states or maybe parts of Europe, you don't have a clue what cold is. Or maybe you know what's really good about it? It's convenience. So the bike you see right here, if I was to turn the stream off, I could be on that thing in less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. I'd be fully geared. I'd be riding. I can shut her down. Lionel Sanders. Here's another dude. Look up Lionel Sanders. Super high-end triathlete. Still racing for Canada. Did all his training inside. And then he would go race outside. Now he's doing more outside because he's from Toronto. He would ride his bike on Zwift in his little crappy apartment in Toronto. He would ride on the little tiny balcony outside. He swam in a pool and he ran on a treadmill. For what it's worth, I think the northern border of Rwanda lies 2 degrees south of the equator. Yeah, dude, it's probably hot there all the time. Renee, exactly. Matty Heyman crashed before period. He Zwifted for weeks to recover, and he won the race. Dude, I forgot about that one, but that's totally true. Matty Heyman from Australia crashed really bad. I think it was his pelvis or something, or his hip, and just Zwifted. He couldn't afford another crash. And then Paris-Roubaix in April, whatever it is, wins the Paris-Roubaix. The Chasers gave up, just lost in the 20 seconds. Yeah, Demi's going to win it, guys. It's over. They're at 125 now. Yeah, I find it's always just snooty comments. Oh, you ride inside? Oh, it's not the same. Yeah, you're right, dude. It's not the same. It's not. But if you just want to talk pure numbers, I know I'm way stronger inside than I am outside. I talk with my friends about this all the time. I'm like, guys, if you want to just put your head down and do an all-out 20-minute FTP test, inside. If you want to know what your real, VO2 max cardio ability is, do it inside, just like the pros do. They do their VO2 max tests inside on a stationary bike for a reason. They don't got to worry about getting ran over. They don't got to worry about corners. They don't got to worry about dogs running out on the road, garbage in the road, flat tires. It's just all inside. And then they race outside. Well, it'd be fun to see them looking outside and thinking the ride is canceled. No, you got to go. Dave has to ride year-round, guys. Mid-April equals Paris-Roubaix race. Okay, yep. And Long John loves Spinoka. So, guys, I'm not going to ride Zwift as much this year, only because Colin's a cheapo, and I can't really afford it anymore. So, I've kind of canceled my Zwift plan as of October 8th. It'll be gone. You can do short rides on it, but I'm going to ride Bike Terra. I'm going to ride Training Peaks Virtual. Training Peaks is probably the biggest training tracking software. So what does that mean? It'll if you record all your data, it'll track your breathing at night, it'll track your heart rate. It puts it into their algorithms. How hard did you work the day before? What did you eat? Oh, did you have any drinks? And it can tell by your resting heart rate how hard to go the next day. Long John saying it's superb. I see crazy stats on Zwift. So Long John's only doing inside trainer. Long John, that's all I do right now. I don't think I've rode my bike outside in 2 years. I said I was going to this year. I still might. I don't know. But it's just really good when you're rushed. If you're coming home. Okay, so I work in Calgary. When I used to work downtown, I come home from Calgary. It gets dark at 4:30 at night in the wintertime, like the dead of winter. Well, I'm not going riding outside at minus 25 Celsius, but I can jump on Zwift. I can jump on Ruby. I can jump on Training Peaks, Bike Terra, any of them, and get a really good workout in. Sounds like the dogs are trying to break in down here. 5 kilometers to go, guys. And some rides, it's just safer. Yeah, Long John saying it's dangerous for some reason. I've heard so many guys that used to ride outside all the time. They all get hit. One of them's going to die. Or you can ride inside and just be safe. It's efficient. You don't break down. Oh, you know when you forget? You know when you go do a ride and you look down and you realize you don't have a water bottle? That doesn't happen inside. Because you can quickly run upstairs or you can call your kid or your wife to bring you a water bottle. Yeah, arrogant outdoor riders. I would love to take them on a freezing rain climb, then have them do the descent. Yeah. Long John. I've had a bad crash and it's ugly. I get a good workout inside as much as I do outside. Yeah. Long John, I know I work harder inside. My workouts are pretty crappy these days because I've done too much streaming videos. Like my fitness is just cratered. But that's okay. I'll get it all back. Outside, I'm like constantly looking like, oh, what's on the road? Oh, there's glass. Oh, I got to move over. I got to look over my shoulder and see if there's a truck that's going to run me over. Oh, there's a dog flying down the road. There's cows on the road. Inside, I'm just on my bike, head down, and I can just power. Yeah, guys, Demi Vollering, easy's going to win this race. Just a walk for 1 minute, 25-second gap. That too, I think he's talking about the weather, maybe the efficiency, and it's intense as well. Yeah, there is difference. Like Zwift races are super intense. They'll start, people will be dropping 12, 14 watts per kilo at the start. There's lots of pros that come on inside and they don't win those races at all. They have no idea how to race inside racing it because they're not used to it. You know, you got to think most races outside, 3 to 4 hours of high intensity that would kill any of us. But it's not an all-out effort from the very rip. Unless they're going on a little quick break. Zwift races are designed to be short, 20, 30, 40 minutes. So it's ultra high intensity. Michael Vink, I think he's a world inside champion. Jason Osborne, I think he just won it again. He used to ride for Alpecin de Koenig. Now doesn't ride outside anymore. Doesn't race for Alpecin de Koenig anymore. He only rides inside racing now. Ooh, look at this, Drew Long John. From 1970 to 2007, Drew's been hit by 6 cars. Renee, I need to feel the wind, see my surroundings, smell the nature, hear the sounds. Yeah, dude, Renee, I agree. It's different, but I look at like my inside cycling is just okay, dude. I just need a workout. Like what do you do when it's minus 40? Who goes biking when it's minus 40? Now, there's some people that are adventure racers that do it, guys. And someone's gonna say, "Well, I ride my bike outside at minus 40." I used to go dog sledding. The coldest I've been in, where I slept, was minus 43 Celsius on a dog trail in northern Saskatchewan. In my, I didn't even have a sleeping bag. My clothes are warmer than my sleeping bag. I slept in my sled bag for a couple hours. Dead of night, middle of nowhere. So I've done cold. I've done it more than what 99% of the people have with all my dog sledding days. But for cycling, I just want the workout. I don't need to crash. Oh, Drew 7 times. Twice in Colorado. Yeah, that's something I don't want. But dude, I really want to ride outside. I think there's a lot of good bike paths and stuff to ride. I would prefer to ride on those. Long John, 2 years, had a bad crash. Then 1 year later, I was hit again. Dude, it's bad. I don't know why. It's just so hard to be mindful around cyclists. Long John, all I can think of, and I think when people say stuff like this, people are like, well, you probably just think it's worse. It's worse because we have basically the same amount of roads as we did 30 years ago, but we probably have 30% more people living in the same area. They're not building new roads all the time. You're probably riding down some of the same roads you rode down 40 years ago, and there's like twice the amount of people on those roads now. In the Netherlands, it doesn't freeze as hard as it used to. Yeah, dude, same everywhere. Renee, I was just talking earlier about how I'm reading The Little Ice Age, which is a fascinating book. It talks about the medieval warm period and then the Little Ice Age, how crazy things were when it was warm and how crazy things got when it's cold. And now we're back warming again. Dave, I love outside riding, but I'm not blasting anyone for riding indoors. Yeah, dude, that's what I don't like, Dave. It's just people that only ride outdoors think there's something elite because they ride outdoors. Yet there's probably 1 million people on Zwift that would blow them out of the water. because I know there is. I'll look up another dude for you. So Michael Vink, this dude here, got a UAE World Tour contract because he rode on my whoosh inside. Those guys that are... Here's another one. And I think maybe they just had the semifinals this weekend, but I know I'm missing Demi finishing the race here. Osborne. This dude. This guy right here, you're seeing him on screen now, Jason Osborne. Okay? 2025, he's riding gravel Worlds. You can see here, Alpecin de Koenig last year. He was World Tour for 2 years with Alpecin de Koenig. What did he do in 2024? He did the Dauphiné, Tour of Norway, Basque Country, Paris-Nice. He did them all. The same as the other big dudes. He quit his World Tour team. Look at this. He quit September 16th of last year to focus on winning the MyWhoosh esports championships. And he does win all the time. All the time. This dude. Demi Vollering is going to win. There it is right now. It just popped up 16 seconds ago, guys. Okay. Yeah, Dave. Indoor riding is a better workout in less time. Dude, I agree 100%. Guys, there's no coasting when you ride your bike inside. There's none. If you're on a bike trainer inside, the second you coast, it's like, what? Outside, I get to coast all the time. You know, I'll take pedal, and then I'm like 15, 20 seconds on coast. If you do that inside, it just grinds you to a halt, it seems. Drew's saying some drivers here are aggressive. And they do... Oh, coal, yeah, rolling coal. Dude, yeah, I've seen that happen too. Diesel trucks, they roll coal on you and just smoke you right out. Inside riding boosts your power and endurance. Dude, I've done 6,000 kilometers in 1 year outside and used Zwift. I can say inside training is good. Yeah, dude, I only got stronger when I started riding inside. Renee, we had a skating race called 11 City Race 200 kilometers skating last time. It was in 1993. And the winner is living in Canada. His name is Evert van Bentum. Outside in the winter just sucks. On rollers, yeah, you could do rollers. There's some dudes that ride these platforms on rollers too. Which I'm like, why? Like you'd be so focused on just staying upright. Yeah, where is he? I could look him up right here, I think. I'll probably have to find a video of it. But yeah, Lionel Sanders, who does triathlon, I think he got second at the Ironman 1 year. His rookie year, I think he got second and has never repeated that. Zwifted on his balcony. Swam inside at a pool and ran on treadmills. And I think he still loves inside training. Oh yeah, the rolling coal, they just smoke you out with black smoke. I see that all the time. So yeah, so guys, Demi Vollering easily wins that race. Third place Kasha gets second, Anna Vanderbruggen gets third. Guys, I've been kind of out of it today. I'm not really paying that much attention to this one right now. Just talking. So I do want to start showing more of my inside cycling stuff. I was trying to show you Training Peaks Virtual earlier this morning, and I'm only talking about that because maybe I'll take a look at this here too. Guys, I do want to promote this right now whilst I'm here. Project Echelon. Project Echelon Home Racing. Yeah, here they are. Dudes, I'm jumping to this right now, and you guys can have a little gander at this here. Project Echelon Racing. Guys, this here is a continental team in the US. They're called Project Echelon. They raced in Europe this year. So they're the real deal, these guys. You know, they were over in Europe racing. I think they did the Volta at Portugal. That's what they did. Don't need notifications coming up right now. What they do have, events. I wonder if it's going to show here. Maybe not. How am I going to do this? Okay, I'm going to just put you guys back here for now as I search this up. I'm just going to show you one more thing here, and then I'm going to probably jump. Echelon. Here, I've already found it. Echelon Racing. Ah, here it is. Okay, got it. This is what I wanted to show you guys before. We're going to jump back here. If you're into any of this stuff, here's the Echelon Racing League. Guys, I'm doing full commentary for this race. You can see here it's on Training Peaks Virtual. Here's the events calendar. If it pops up. Oh. Gave me a calendar. Event info. Okay, that link didn't work. But yeah, so this is all inside racing. They got elite racing. They got age categories. Here's the races. Oh yeah, I was going to mention this. November 1 and November 2. One-day classics. I'm in Cabo. I will be doing my live streaming from Cabo for those races, guys. I'll be home for these ones. They have the national championships. So if you're a rider in the US and you want to race the esports championships, you need to do one of these races. That's what it was last year. I'm pretty sure it's the same this year to qualify to race in the national championships. And guess what? I'm probably doing that commentary. So, dudes, I'm so into this. I love all the bike racing. It's going to be a lot of fun doing this stuff this year. What I really like about Project Echelon and the Echelon Racing League series, this is all done here. 22% of all proceeds go to support Project Echelon to educate, equip, and empower veterans through physical activity. So they set up veterans, disabled U.S. veterans, with bike trainers and bikes so that they can focus on bike riding inside. So I think that's super cool. I'm not a veteran. I'm not even from the U.S. I'm from Canada, but I think it's super cool that they do that. Just going to catch up a bit here, guys. Oh yeah, people riding rollers. Yeah, when you're good at rollers, you're good at rollers. Long John's saving up to build a new beater or better road bike. Okay, yeah, when you get smooth on the rollers, yeah, it's easy. Long John likes to ride inside because it's safer. The moment I started to ride inside, I saw the benefits of inside training. Well, yeah, too, dude. It's like, think about it. You could jump on Zwift, that little route that I showed you there, which I've now probably turned off. Actually, I still have it on. I'm gonna turn it back on right now, guys. I'm gonna turn it back on right now, and I'm gonna jump into Zwift. I kind of hate the fact that I've, jumped out of Zwift now. Who can I follow here that's way up the road? Trying to find someone further up the road. Yeah, like this dude here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going up the road. What's the quickest way to do this? Because I can't... Okay, there's the map. Dude, so that's the start chute. This is called Watopia. This is where you start in the start chute. Everyone starts here. Well, that's not true. But a lot of people start here. There's other areas that you can start from. There's a Canadian guy right there. You can see everyone's nationalities. You leave town, and within 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers, you can be on a climb right away. Whereas at home, that's probably not possible. So you can get your hill training in. You can do loops. You can go up other hills over and over and over. It's a fully immersive world here. Again, I'm controlling the camera now. I'm going to try to show you an overhead shot maybe. Oh, that's me controlling that there now. I'm trying to bounce up the road. Yeah, there's a climb right there. I'm going to bounce up the road again. Yeah, so that right there, if I go to that now, I have control over this now. And you're going to see right away. So this dude here, who hanging out with R. Bender, R2 here, he's a German rider, riding at 2.4 watts a kilo here. I'm controlling the camera here. He's got his disc wheel on the back, kind of a deep dish wheel on the front. This is a major point here. You could just follow the course, or you can pick your turn. You can hang a left or go straight through. What's this guy going to do? Yeah, he's not going straight through. But your first climb of the day is right up in the background. You can see it in the background there. I'm looking at it right now. It goes from right to left, switch back, up to the right, and it keeps climbing further up. It's not a huge climb, but it's the convenience of getting that climb in right away. When you've only got maybe 30, 40 minutes at night, you don't have time every night to work a real job, come home, and then ride for 4 or 5 hours a night. That's just not going to happen. Dave, 30 years ago, a friend got them, and in a year I could no longer keep after I got used to riding rollers. Drew's saying they want an editor. Training races every Tuesday. Missed what you're saying there. They want an editor. Okay, what am I missing? Oh, this guy's going out into the desert here. So he took a left-hand corner and he's going out into the desert. I'm going to bounce ahead of him and you can see more people out here. Probably got to keep bouncing. There's so many people riding Zwift, guys. It would blow your mind. Here, we'll bounce more through. Yeah, this dude here. So he's leaving the forest area, the jungle area. This is foresty over to the right. There's actually a bunch of fake dinosaurs up in there that just like scenery going by. And this looks like a ladies' rider to me. It is. We can look at that. And there, you can see we're going to the desert. It's kind of like a Wild West look out here. There's actually a small city out here. Well, it looks like Vegas. It kind of reminds me of Vegas out here. So they try to make it fun. Renee's taken off. Okay, see you, Renee. Thanks for being here with us. The Watts Punisher bike. Okay, Drew's heading out. Take it easy, Drew. We'll see you around. Okay, dudes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump out here soon right away. I'll jump out of Zwift here. I should probably get a ride in on that right away. Thanks for watching, everyone. I know this wasn't a huge event, but I appreciate everyone being here. Please like if you can. Remember, tomorrow I will be streaming again. It's going to start super early. Looks like 10 to 4 in the morning for me. Hope you guys can all join me.